All right. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to another live. And yes, we're still on, the election. So the Jamaica local government elections that were held yesterday. And so we're here just to share some updates from what we have received so far. And, trying to decide, who won the election. Would love to hear from you and also would love to hear your views. So for this program, you'll definitely get the opportunity to call in and share. So would definitely love to hear from you. So as we're here, just waiting for the numbers to increase here, the number to increase here. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and ensure that you turn on your post notification because that is definitely important. So if you're hearing me in the chat, could you let me know? I believe you're hearing me, but with technology, we just have to keep on, testing. So if you're in the chat and you're hearing me right now, please let me know. So again, we're here to, just talk about the elections and just to share some recent updates that we have in that context as well. All right, so I'm just looking there in the chat, not seeing, a lot of us just yet, but just here waiting to see. All right, again, welcome. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber or listener, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please let me know in the live chat. Would love to give you a big Voices in Education welcome. And if you're new here, Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we are maintaining this safe space where you feel a sense of belonging, where you feel valued. And that is definitely important to us here, on this platform in this community. And so, we appreciate you being here. And what we're saying is that you have a voice and we want to hear your voice, but we do that. So while we're sharing and we may not hold the same perspective or view, we still share, but we keep it real and respectful without bashing anyone, without defaming anyone, belittling anyone. And, that is definitely important. So, welcome. As you come in, please hit the like button and share. Just in case, some community members, they did not turn on their post notifications, you can help them out by sharing and liking as well. So where should we start? And I believe Rurian is going to join us, at some point in this conversation. I don't believe he's here yet. So, we'll have him at some point, hopefully, fingers crossed, that he'll be joining us, on this one. But let us just start by hitting the like button, guys. There isn't a like yet. So let's start by doing that so that we can keep, building and growing. In the context of the local government election, so if you missed our conversation last evening or you weren't able to follow in terms of the updates that were, available from various platforms or media houses. So I'm just going to try as best as possible to just give you an overview of, what happened last evening. So after the polls, closed, the counts, I guess the counting started, and persons, results were coming in, and different media houses they were sharing results. So I wanted to come on earlier, but a part of that is having access to information that you can at least deem credible. So, information that you can trust. But I was there searching for a website or something from, the Electoral Office of Jamaica. that I, could not find or access. It wasn't until later in the evening that, or in the night, that I found a website, and I don't know if it's for the EOJ, but there it had some results. That website, the last time I checked just before coming on air, is still not quite updated, but it gives you some information. So while I was there just following, the different updates, right? At one point, Cliff Hughes, I believe he was on the Cliff Hughes from Nationwide. He was on PBC Jamaica, right? And soon I'm just going to play that clip where, they were a bit concerned about the fact that they weren't getting the information that they needed from, I guess, the Electoral Office of Jamaica. But after, I believe it was there first, I'm not sure where Cliff Hughes got, certain updates from or information in that context, but they declared that the winner of the local government, elections, was the People's National Party. So by virtue, Mark Golden being the leader there of the opposition, that they had won the election. So I was like, okay, good, we're done. It's early, but we're done. Then I was just still there, just checking around to find out what was happening in the context of, are we done now, in terms of having like an official figure close to that in terms of results. And then there was like a sudden turn of events where we're now being informed that, the elections, they're closely contested. So we started hearing that the Jamaica Labour Party, they were coming back and gaining ground to the point where it started now to lean in the favor of the Jamaica Labour Party. So again, we were, searching and hoping that the EOJ, but so far I've not heard, anything from the EOJ in that context regarding that, announcement, that early announcement. But nationwide, they did put up a little statement there, pretty much withdrawing that comment they had made. Well, I guess Cliff Hughes and perhaps nationwide, by extension, had made in the context of calling the election for the People's National Party. So that was what happened. So after, I guess, Mark Golin having heard that, I am assuming based on the nature of his speech that he felt that they had won the election convincingly. So, he dedicated, that win to Portia Simpson Miller, I believe, Norman Manley, and, he was saying, Jamaicans pretty much they choose, him, Mark Golden. And so then later on, perhaps about, minutes after 11 Jamaica time, because I'm not sure where persons are tuned in from, we kind of heard from the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, and he was saying, at he's not usually given like, I guess as making statements or a speech at that time. And Andrew Holness was pretty much saying that based on what they have in the context of the information, the JLP, had won. But his speech, as Rurian pretty much kind of analyzed last evening, was very cautious. And, Rurian was saying last evening that perhaps this caution was as a result of what happened earlier with Mark. And so, the big question, that I raise is in the context of accountability is, what can Jamaica do to ensure that, citizens have access to this information? We should not be digging and searching. there should be a website with, those updates. And if there is, I guess it's not really publicized because I've been trying to access that. Mark you, I found a website that was, shared, and I am not sure if it is the EOJ's website. So I just want to make that clear. If you see me just go in there and just trying to get some information to share with you. Welcome, guys, in the chat. We're building, and that is awesome. Please close the chat and hit the like button. Let's start liking early. So when it gets up there, we don't need to go back. So just like from now, trending sports and entertainment. Hello to you, and thanks for liking. All right, so let's keep the sharing this out so that we can have some more persons here. All right, so a big part of this is also for you to call in, but I did promise that I am going to share just some concerns here. So let me see if I can get this recording up for you so that you can hear, Cliff Hughes, concern at the time. So I'm just getting this ready. All right, so let me see if we can just get this ready for you. I just need to get this equipment here going, and we'll try to get this just to hear some concerns here.
Sure, because.
All right, so let me see if I got this a little bit just for you to hear the concerns. So we're going to go to this recording. So let me just get this ready for you right now.
Sure, because let us be frank, what we were expecting to have from the EOJ's database, we're not getting it. It's poor. Yeah, it's poor. We're not able to tell you how many boxes have counted out of a total of so much or so many. Yeah, we just don't know. And that is crucial for us to determine where it's likely to go. Yeah, how many boxes, how many votes are left to be counted. And the EOJ database has not been giving us that information.
All right, there we go. So that's pretty much, some of the, I guess, one of the big challenges that, in the context of information and access to information. And if Cliff Hughes can complain about that, you can understand that, as a small platform here, like, what are you expecting to get? And so that too, but there's another question in this context of how, Cliff Hughes called that, election, the elections for the PMP, if it is that he had made the statement earlier in the sense where, you're not getting access to the EOJ's database in terms of the results that you want. So how is it possible for them to have made that call? So let me just go to the slide where you can see the WhatsApp number here. Here we go. So you should be seeing that WhatsApp number on screen. Would love to hear from you. So just to give you an understanding of what is happening now, all right? So last evening, from our last conversation, right? The JLP, they had 7 municipalities compared to the PNP's 4, all right? There was a tie for the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation and also Clarendon last evening. But based on information received so far, we are now hearing or understanding that Clarendon municipality has gone to the JLP after the EOJ's official count. So I guess based on that, we are pretty much at 8-4 in that context. So just to let you know that, Clarendon has pretty much gone to the JLP. So this is an update from last evening's conversation, and that is, I guess, crucial there. So we're seeing, still closely contested, but a little bit of margin there. All right. So Clarendon, as I mentioned there, all right. So the JLP has secured a win in Clarendon. So for that municipal corporation, by virtue of Marjorie McLeod McFarlane winning the Anon Town Division in Clarendon, beating the PNP's Delroy Dawson. And so with that, what the EOJ is saying is that, it was 11-11, so it is now 12-10. All right, so in favor of the JLP. So that's an update there, and very interesting. Guys, the phone line is open. The number is on screen. Just call, you can call in. We'd love to hear from you. You can also share in the chat. So it's WhatsApp call only. And if you're calling, please remember to mute your YouTube feed, and would love to hear your voice. It's voices in education. It's not just my voice. So would love to hear from you. And we can do better with the like button and the subscription button. So let's keep hitting the like button, the subscription button, and also share, guys. Easiest ways that you can, support this channel as we try to bring you, what is happening right now with the general election. All right, so with that, as I mentioned too, and there last evening there was some, I guess we were trying to figure out what was happening in St. Thomas. So an update today is that the JLP, they're clear with that the JLP, won that, municipality, the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. And that development came following the conclusion of, official count, and this was between the JLP's Andrea Patience and the PNP's Edwin Marr, but very close. So based on the count, it's 1,316 votes. All right, for the JLP, and the PNP's Edwin Marr, 1,309. So perhaps too we'll see some of these closely contested municipalities going for some, recounts on, either side. And as we heard from the Prime Minister last evening, they are definitely considering, a recount for the Kingston and St. Andrew, municipal corporation. And there's always some prestige in terms of who has control. So because there's a tie, and if you don't know, when there's a tie, they go to the popular vote. So the party who polled the most votes within that municipality, they would, become, I guess they would have control of that corporation, right? So right now, the PNP, they have the popular vote for the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. So if the tie still stands, then the PMP will have control of, the KSAMC. I believe that's it there. So welcome, welcome, guys. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button as well. All right, so I'm just trying to get some more information for you here, just some recordings so that we can hear something from the Director of elections. So I'm just trying to navigate there and not seeing any comments, any new comments in the chat. So would love to hear, from you. All right, you can be lonely on this side. Hello from the other side. Still waiting for Ruran to check in. He's not here yet, not seen him on. So hopefully, he'll join soon. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. And would love to hear from you. All right. And, Cliff Hughes, they said, apologize to the people.
We're going to begin this morning. Yeah. With you early this morning because.
So again, and perhaps let me see if we can just hear a little bit here from Cliff Hughes. So let's go to this clip here.
Of what happened last night. It was a tough night in terms of us covering the results and establishing the implications of the results. And I want to say, Connor, Ricardo, listeners, we here at Nationwide over the years have developed a reputation for covering elections very well and calling elections very well. We have gotten it right. On all previous occasions, we did not get it right last night, when shortly after 8:35, we declared that the opposition, People's National Party, the PNP, had won the local government election. At that time, based on what we had in front of us, a clear trend had developed. Notwithstanding issues relating to or being able to get up-to-the-minute results, yes, from the Electoral Office of Jamaica Election Center, we took the decision, and let me say clearly, I made the decision, not anyone else. It was my call to make, and I take full responsibility for making that call in declaring that the PNP had won the local government election. As the night wore on and the topsy-turvy result system we had in place became clearer, it was obvious that that was a blunder. A blunder. Based on the results, it is wrong to say that the PNP had won the local government election. And I'm here this morning, today, to say that clearly, unequivocally. The other thing I will say in support of that, we had issues relating to accessing results, issues that we will have to assess in tandem with our partners, the Electoral Office of Jamaica, being primarily the key partner here, that we will have to examine and review, critically review, and to learn the lessons from in going forward. But without doubt, I want to make it clear to all listeners, to all viewers, we apologize for the blunder we made last night, shortly after 8:35. It was a blunder. Local government, as we have been saying in our coverage leading up to last evening, there are a number of metrics we use to assess how well one does in a local government election. Local government is not a parliamentary election. You don't
change national government in a local election. But the key metric is how many of the local municipalities, and let me make it clear, municipalities, there was a time in Jamaica where we said parish councils, but that's what they are, parish councils, and they've been upgraded. So they have this new name called municipal corporations, but they are parish councils, as we would have grown up with. It is the municipal corporations that has the power, they have the power, yes, to pass regulations and enforce the laws at the community level that impact the lives of residents, to the citizens of Jamaica in a meaningful way, yeah, in terms of.
All right, so we'll just stop there, but we get the sense now, and because we wanted some clarity here in the context of, you know, where this information, you know, was coming from for, you know, Cliff used to call the election for the People's National Party. So what Cliff Hughes is pretty much saying there is that, you know, it was a decision that he took in terms of making this call. So I guess it wasn't coming from the electoral office of Jamaica. Rurian, I believe you're here now. Are you ready to get into this conversation? All right, not hearing Rurian there just yet, but guys, would love to hear from you in this context. So again, as we, you know, shared, you know, earlier, Cliff Hughes, you know, he was pretty much complaining about the system, and I'm just going to play that. So we heard the apology there just now, and I'm just going to play that again for persons who weren't here. But Cliff was pretty much, you know, annoyed with the system somewhat because their take was that they weren't getting the information as they ought to from the EOJ. So let me just try get this here, you know, ready for you again. So let's go to this, you know, recording here.
What we were not yet sure, because let us be frank, what we were expecting to have from the EOJ's database, we're not getting it. It's poor. Yeah, it's poor. We're not able to tell you how many boxes have counted out of a total of so much or so many. Yeah, we just don't know. And that is crucial for us to determine where it's likely to go. Yeah, how many boxes, how many votes are left to be counted. And the EOJ database has not been giving us that information.
All right, so there you heard. So that was last evening, right? And this was before Cliff Hughes, you know, declared the election for the People's National Party. So what, you know, persons, and I have, you know, myself and Rurian were having this conversation. If now that Cliff Hughes is admitting that, you know, he's the one who made this decision, it did not come from, you know, anywhere, and so, given that this statement was made previous to that declaration, where, you know, Cliff was saying, listen, the EOJ, the database, you know, we don't have access. I am wondering, you know, what metric or, you know, what analysis did Cliff use, you know, utilize to make that declaration? Because that is, you know, a question that I have. Rurian, are you here now? So not hearing from, you know, Rurian just yet, but again, I know he will come in when he's able to. So guys, welcome, welcome. We are growing and we can do better with the likes and the subscription. Let's just close the chat briefly. Okay, awesome, Ren. Ren, I'm not sure. I thought I let's just close the chat and hit the like button and the subscription button, guys. We can definitely do better with liking and subscribing and also sharing. So again, last evening, based on where we left with our conversation, the JLP, they had 7 municipalities compared to the PNP, 4 municipalities. All right, we've received, updates that, St. Thomas was called for the JLP because there wasn't too much clarity last evening regarding St. Thomas. And 2 municipalities last evening from our conversation, were tied, and that would have been the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation and the Clarendon Municipality. We got an update today that Clarendon was called for the Jamaica Labour Party after an official count. And I believe that was by virtue of, you know, yes, Marjorie McLeod McFarlane winning the Town division in Clarendon, beating the PNP's Delroy Dawson. So that there is another win there for the Jamaica Labour Party. But it baffles me somewhat that we are still not clear in terms of results, and just trying to get that, because a night has pretty much ended without clarity in terms of after the prelim counts, who you know who kind of won based on prelim results, but that is still ongoing. We also get to understand that the counting for the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, that has moved to the EOJ headquarters. So I'm not sure why that move was made, but I believe legally they can make that move, I guess, the presiding officer, but I'll try to find that information to share with you. So with the KSA MC, tied, and that is always big for either party. They always want to control the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. If the tie remains, right, if that tie stands, then what they will do, they will go to the popular vote. So the party that got the most votes in that municipality, in the KSA, MC. And so far, that's the People's National Party. So if we're working with what we know now, then we can say that the PMP, they're holding on strong to the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Welcome, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. I kindly ask that you support, this channel. Hit the like button, the subscription button, and don't be afraid to call the number that you see on screen. Would love to hear from you. Also, let me know where you're tuned in from. That would be awesome as well. All right, just let me know where you're joining us from. Would love to hear from you. And guys, we can do better with the subscription. I'm going to ask you just for 6 subscription right now. We're gonna start small. 6. All right, can we do 6? I believe we can do 6. So let us start small there and let's keep going. So, what are your views on all that has been happening so far based on what I've shared? Cliff Hughes calling it, then apologizing, and the opposition leader's speech there, dedicating a win that now appears not to be a win to Portia, Peter Phillips, Norman Washington Manley. Would love to would love to hear from you. And this looks like Save Them Gospel Radio is tuned in from Edmonton. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. And guys, if this is a channel, you can go over there and, give a like there as well. Let us support each other. All right. Grow with each other. So welcome, welcome. All right. So let's just close the chat and hit the like button. And I asked for 6 subscribers. Did I get 6? I guess, we'll figure that out soon. So we're starting small. So I know that we can do it. No, based on what I'm hearing. And Ramiz Stewart, welcome. Ramiz is in Westmoreland, and Westmoreland was a big one there for the PNP. Ramiz, do you want to call us and let us know, what's the vibe like there in Westmoreland? Let me know what go on. Are you in Stav? Call us, man. Would love to hear from you. Your division. What was it like there? How are you feeling about the results? Or if you just want to call and say hi and you just want to big up or a shout out, would love to hear from you. But we do not bash people here. We keep it real, respectful, and we share our views without belittling or bashing anyone. All right. So we do that in a respectful way too, understanding hold different views and share different perspectives, and that is okay. That is why we are voices in education, not just my voice. So love to hear your voice, and if you're not able to call and you can share in the chat, that works too. I am definitely checking the chat as we go along. All right, Rurian, I'm circling to you. I'm not sure if you're hearing me or if you're ready to share here. So just circling there. I'm trying to get my co-host. Hi, I'm wondering, guys, let me know if you're hearing Rurian there in the chat. I'm hearing him somewhat, but perhaps I just need to test my system here. But let us know if you're hearing Rurian, guys.
Hello, everyone out there. Tell me if you're hearing me. Thumbs up in the chat. Just let me know if I'm being heard, because this is important.
All right, Rurian, try
All
again.
right. Yes, I'm talking again. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Big up to
believe
all
I'm
the persons
hearing
who
you.
are in the chat.
So,
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Some great developments has happened since last night, and I was want to commend you on the information that you have. The most surprising thing for me was that Chris Hughes came out with an apology, and that's kind of strange. Knowing the type of person that he is, based on his reputation, it's a little bit. I'm not sure what is happening still. I'm not. It's a little bit concerning. A little bit concerning. So it's a little bit concerning as it relates to his apology. I'm wondering if I don't know. This is what I am saying basically. Usually, based on his reputation, his decision, his choices, his utterances would be based on facts. And it's kind of this is just baffling, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. And Conrad Sawyers, welcome. And Conrad is saying, I'm learning a lot here. And Conrad is in Westmoreland. So we have Westmoreland, people here. So make sure the whole of staff, the whole of out west, hit the subscription button, guys. I asked earlier for 6 subscribers, 6. And we don't get the 6 yet. So remember to close the chat and hit the like button. Tell your friend to tell another friend about this space. We do a lot of programming, and there is something here for everyone. It's Voices in Education. We're about sharing and learning from each other. And Ruben, you mentioned there about clip in the context of you weren't expecting that from him. And everybody makes mistake, and but I am still trying to figure out. So I'm not going to be hard, but I guess you would have heard the recording that I played where he was saying along with George there, that, the EOJ, the database, it's poor, they're not able to get the numbers, and in terms of how many boxes remaining from, So I am still trying to figure out, Cliff having known that, because he said that publicly, right? Having known that, we are not getting the information that we need, what metric, or analysis did he use to say, I'm going to call it? Because he said he did that personally. Because last evening we were contemplating, wondering if this information came from the EOJ, because we had some persons, who were saying that, them thief the election, and you can expect that, because that is why, I try my best to do some research before sharing, because that is important, because misinformation can be very damaging, can cause a whole heap of problem. So I am
For
still
real.
trying to figure out, why that was done in that way.
Well, just to add to what you're saying, and to compare both statements, when he said initially that he didn't trust the system, in the sense that the information was coming in to him as he would like, and then to hear him come out and say that he made this decision totally on his own. It's there. Both comments are from different sides of the spectrum, and I'm wondering if he's protecting his source of information. This is just me trying to rationalize what he said, because obviously he must have gotten the information that he's using from a particular source, or as he would say, metric that he was using. So it seems like a bold step that he has taken in order to to resolve whatever misinformation was put into the public domain. I don't know what you think about that reasoning, especially.
Well, for sure, it was bold, because as I said, like, I am still wondering, why you would make such a call, having made that statement, that previous statement saying, you can't get the information that you need. So I don't know. Guys, the phone line is still open, so Ruren is not on the phone line, so you can call, all right? So we'd love to hear from you, and I am seeing about 84 of us here, and we can do better with the likes, guys. So just close the chat, hit the like button, and also the subscription button. I asked for 6. Haven't got that yet, but I know that you're going to do the do, and bank on it, man. You can put 1 million subscribers on it right here. Yes, yes, yes. You're safe with Voices in Education. All right, so you can definitely call in. Would love to hear from you. So that was a tough one there, and definitely tough, because, still trying to figure out, how, that call was made, but, he apologized, which is the right thing to do, and he took full responsibility for that. And that is also good. And I guess this is a big learning, moment for, him and his team moving forward. And, he mentioned, I guess, in terms of relationship, I guess, with EOJ and, their partner there. But my thing is, as a Jamaican, I should have access to the result. I should not be trying to go through, like a nationwide or TVJ and waiting. So if the EOJ is utilizing a particular database where only specific persons have access, we want to decentralize that. We want average Jamaican. So you should be in Westmoreland, Ramis, right? Or Conrad, you should be down there in Westmoreland. Or, Save Them Gospel Radio. You should be there in Edmonton, and you're able to go and access the information. So if somebody's telling us something, can I say, let me go check this to myself. We are at that point. So again, I had access to a website, and I'm going to bring that up shortly. But the last time I checked, just before coming here, it wasn't, updated. And so I am wondering, in that context, If that's, I doubt it's EOJ's website, so I'm not saying it is their website, but we managed to get some information from it last evening, and that was definitely good. But in this context, I should be able to go online and access the results. Like, we need that, and that is something that we want to see from the EOJ. We want to see live updates as they come in, so we can, have that access and can see what is happening. Because if we were able to access the results, so if the ordinary Jamaican citizen was able to access the results, then Cliff Hughes couldn't pull that stunt. Just saying that. Yeah, or even if he said that, you would be there to say, but I am here and I'm seeing this. So what's happening? What's happening? I don't know. What are your views about that, Ruren? All right,
Yes,
perhaps Ruren is
Natasha.
okay.
Yes,
You're here.
I'm
Go
here with
ahead.
you. Yes, you know, to be honest with you, and I'm just gonna say this from my heart. I think
Sure.
he might be covering up for someone. I don't see confused leaving swinging from left to right, just as the poll swung from PNP to JLP. So, probably he's thinking that he's able to just take the fall as it relates to that aspect of it. And, since he was the one who broadcast it, and because this is my thing as it relates to that one. If he didn't take responsibility for the misinformation, then he would have to say where he got his information from. And I think that is why he took that bold step to, squash this argument and this situation at this point. So that's done and dealt with. That's my view on it. I don't have anything to substantiate that, but I'm just analyzing, what has happened, and based on his character in the past, then I'm thinking that that's just a bold step to end that situation there. As it relates to the information being available that you mentioned, everyone should be able to have access to the live information, live updates. And I'm going to take a step back down from even live update. Even if it is not 100% live, let's say it's slightly delayed, it should be reasonable, I would say.
Available.
That, yeah, reasonably available so that if you want, you should be able to download an app or, have access to a website where you know that, you know, the results are here, and I'm not sure if that is out there any at all, but I haven't seen that either. And I think people crave to see what is happening in their country, and especially in their little division there, to find out who is, what is happening in their neck of the woods. So I think that's somewhere that they need to head too, as you rightly said, you don't want second-hand information. And, sometimes going through the media house kind of feels and is uh, second-hand information. And, if the access is granted to everyone and, this whole process is going to be, totally transparent in that sense, then that is one of the areas that they must seek to improve. So that's my 2 cents on that aspect of it, especially. But there are points and places where the EOJ can improve in order to make sure that the election goes through a bit smoother.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you. And let me just go to the chat here. Denise, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Denise is saying, hello, everyone. I am so happy for this platform. I am outside of Jamaica and loving the updates. Awesome, Denise. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. We can do better with the like, and earlier I asked for just 6 subscribers, and I don't get it yet, but still trusting that we'll get more, we'll get more than that for sure. So welcome. Would love to hear from you. All right. So again, last evening our conversation ended, at 7 municipalities for the Jamaica Labour Party and 4 for the People's National Party. Within that 7, there was some, unclear, points in the context of St. Thomas that has been cleared today, that the JLP, they got St. Thomas, municipality. Also, there were two municipalities that were tied, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation and the Clarendon municipality. So we got the update that Clarendon is now for the JLP. So with that, then, JLP is up to 8-4. So the KSAMC is still there in terms of counting and how that will work. So we heard from, Prime Minister Olness last evening that perhaps they're going to go for a magisterial recount. So we're still awaiting the official, counts or official counts from the EOJ. That is not yet complete. So, and I believe they mentioned that perhaps Wednesday, I'm going to try to get that information to share with you as well. Perhaps there is some audio there that we can hear. And so in that context, it's a local government election and we still have to wait and see what happens. In the context of a tie, for example, right now, the KSAC, Kingston and St. Andrews, the KSAMC, right, where there's a tie, it's 2020 for, each side. So what they will go to, if that tie still stands after the official count and say after the magisterial recount, if it should reach that stage, then the person or the party that has the popular vote, so the most votes in that municipality, will take control of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. And right now, the People's National Party, they have the popular vote for that. So that is clear there. If that should happen in that way, then we know that for sure they will be getting the KSAMC. So let me just go here to the Director of Elections. So earlier today, Director Glasspool Brown, shared that the count should be completed by Wednesday. So let me see if I can just play this, clip here for you.
We can't get it done today, we will be glad to do so. But it goes through a process, what we have to go through each box. We look at each voter. At those recount centers, you have the party representative and an electoral official of Jamaica representative. And it can be a tedious process at times. It depends on how the level of scrutiny that takes place in terms of the ballot. So overall, I think most will be completed by tomorrow.
All right, so that's the director there sharing. And Cardell Nash, welcome. And Cardell, I like your point. What Cardell is saying, 2 days and 29, and I believe it's like 29.6 voter turnout. And all know the vote can't count. LOOOOL. Let's laugh out loud. And, again, I'm not too sure, what is happening, but for sure, we need to see more in that context. 3 days. So based on what the director here, Glasspool Brown, is saying, it should. And if we want to look at should as an operative word, so it should be completed by Wednesday, but we'll see what happens. So based on the preliminary counts, the JLP, they have the advantage right now in that context. All right. So based on my information, research information, so based on what I have, the JLP, they would have St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, St. Elizabeth, and now Clarendon. And then the PNP, they have Anova, Westmoreland, Manchester, and St. Catherine. And, they control, Portmore there. And the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, that one is a tie. And I guess that one is still being counted. The last, update I got about that was that the EOJ, they were taking that count to the headquarters, to their headquarters there to, I guess, to do that official count or to complete that. Guys, the phone line is open. You can definitely call. Ruran, are you still here?
Still here with you. I'm just smiling with that point that was raised by Cardell Nash. 29% turnout. So almost a quarter of the just over a quarter of the population. So if it was the full population, I guess we would have to think about some weeks down the line in terms of getting the results. Just to piggyback on that point that Cardell made. Do you think that it's something that the government should think about in terms of going to electronic voting? So, that would help the voting to go, a bit faster. What do you think about that? And if you have something to say about that in the chat, I'd love to hear from you. Do you think that the government should invest in electronic voting? Turning this back over to you, Natasha. What's your take on that?
That's a big question. I don't know much about, e-voting, electronic voting, but I guess a part of that is also to ensure, I would want to believe, to ensure that you have a trustworthy system and a system that cannot be manipulated. Because, if we should go back to like the US elections and when we're hearing about Trump's win and possibly, I guess, interference with, other country or people or whomever, so I am not too sure, but that for sure would definitely speed, things up. And it's the integrity that, I would have a concern with. And when you think about Jamaicans in that context, how would you ensure that the system is, trustworthy in that sense? It would be easy, but I don't know. That's a tough one. So we're throwing that one out to the chat as well. What are your views on electronic voting? Could that be a possibility moving forward? Would that work for, Jamaica? And so I believe, and perhaps this is something that we could research and, share further about once we have some information, Rurian, on this and look at places that perhaps use electronic voting and just to look at some of the pros and cons in that context. But for sure, this would have been over. But in terms of the integrity of the system, I don't know because I don't know much about that, but definitely a good question there. And we are 100 strong, so thank you so much for, coming over. So wonder if I have 100 likes. No man, we need some more on
Guys,
the
like
like.
it up, guys. Like
Yeah,
it up and
like
subscribe,
and
please. Please.
subscribe, please, so we can do it. So just hit the subscription button. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way, understanding that we hold different beliefs or views about certain topics, and that is totally okay. We share here, we do not bash anyone and we don't belittle anyone and we do it and we keep it real so that you feel valued here, you feel like you have a voice and you feel respected in this space. So we have quite a lot of programs that we do here, and right now we're on the local government election. So if you're new to this space, comment in the chat, let us know where you're tuned in from. Would love to give your Voices in Education shout out. I asked just for 6 subscribers. I know me not get it. Did I get it? Come on, guys, hit the subscription button. Let us let
But
us run it up.
not actually just to add, I think based on the likes that I'm seeing, it's probably about 29% of the persons who are on here that have like this. And the good thing about this platform is you can do your lighting electronically, so there's no hassle with
There's
that
no
one.
balance, right? So
No
it should
hassle,
come. We should
and
get the figures right away.
you get the
We
figures
should get
right
the
away.
figures right away. Arlene, welcome. So, Arlene, I'm going to navigate to that page to bring up that information shortly. So, guys, I'm also going to the number that you see on screen. You can definitely call that WhatsApp number. Would love to hear your voice, or you can, share in the chat there as well. Would love to hear from you. But listen, would love to hear your voice. All right. So don't be afraid to call in. So there was another concern coming out of the elections, right? With citizens action for free and fair elections. So CAFE. So they were saying that some of their observers were prevented from witnessing the final count of the ballot at, polling stations across the country. And I'm not sure what happened, why, the observers were prevented. And so let me just cue up now this recording here, or this, audio here from the chairperson of CAFE, Grace Batson, and just to hear. So what they're saying is that in some places, the electoral officials, they prevented, the team from CAFE, in terms of doing their job. So we're going to just share that so we can have that as a thought, and then I'm going to try and get that information for Arlene by navigating to another screen here. So let me just share here from, Grace from Cafe. So let's go to that.
We were very concerned about the number of our observers who were forbidden to remain in the polling station throughout the day. Some of them were told that they couldn't stay, ejected. A lot of them were told they couldn't stay to observe the final count, which is extremely important to our process. That is how we act as an impartial body, able to verify that in fact, the count was fair, it was done transparently according to law. And when our observers weren't allowed to do that, that caused us deep concern. In many instances, it was not resolved at all. Earlier in the day, when the volunteers being told they couldn't enter the polling station without a letter from the EOJ, we were able to have that addressed. An instruction was sent out by Mr. Brown, and it seemed that, that had some effect. Just to say, though, in general, the EOJ officials welcomed the CAFE observers and had them in place. Our problem is that when it's 10 or 12% of them that are not involved, that are not allowed to observe the process, that is material. That, as far as we're concerned, that should be zero. CAFE has a long tradition of monitoring elections. We're not new to this process, and so it is entirely unacceptable to us that at this point, our observers shouldn't be allowed to witness the count.
All right, so let us just go to what the director of, elections, said in response to cafes, issues. So let me just get that ready for you.
We're going to sit down with CAFE early to review what transpired. CAFE this year, or certainly this election, was more proactive this time around relative to in previous years. So that discussion will have to take place. We have had a very good relationship with CAFE because we want the stamp of approval of CAFE in any election that we execute, and we want CAFE to be a part of the process. We have had a great relation in the past, but we need to look at what happened yesterday because they expressed some concern about their accessibility to some of the locations at times.
All right, so that's the issue there, shared by Cafe, the chairperson there, and the response from Gospel Brown, director of elections there in Jamaica. Ruben, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, it's a bit strange that they wanted them out when the counting is being taken place. That's kind of a bit strange because I know representatives from both parties would be present there, and it's just baffling that they would want them out. And I know for a fact that cafe has been around for a long time. So, this should be an integral part or something that's woven into the whole running of the election or the polling station. So I don't know why that happened. And, probably it's not fair for me to judge that either because maybe instances happened where they thought that they weren't welcome there or weren't supposed to be inside there. But nothing like that was mentioned. And if they were wrongfully removed, then that's really cause for concern.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm not sure under what circumstances, specifically they were removed or, but I've worked for cafe in the past in terms of, just observing elections. And sometimes you can get the feeling that you're not welcome because I have had that experience where it's as if they don't want you in a particular PD, they don't want you there, or, they'll say, okay, you can go over there, son, go on over there, so go look on, so those things. So I've done it before, and I get that sense too sometimes that they don't want you. And as cafe, you're neutral. So sometimes people they're trying to figure out if you're supporting a particular party. And I guess that's where tensions can, be built or come, in that sense. But usually, from what I can recall, having worked for cafe, is that you have a babe, so you're easily identified, and all that is usually done. There's training as well, and so that is, definitely there too. So I'm not too sure, but for sure, in terms of election oversight, this is definitely important, in in an election of this nature. All right, so Arlene, I'm just going to stop sharing to just go to this site where we got some information, last evening. So I'm just going to navigate there to just bring that information up for you. And you asked about Old Arbor. So let us see what happened there. So let me just try to get that information for you there. So Old Arbor is in St. Catherine. So let us see. So again, this is not based on the last time I checked, not quite updated, but it has, some information, some useful information that we tried to utilize while searching for other, information there. So I'm trying to find Old Arbor there, and let us see what that brings. So we have here Arlene, Old Arbor North, Old Arbor Central, Old Arbor South. But for Old Arbor North, so it's Jamaica Labour Party there, Keith Knight. So Adrian Samuda lost that. And I think Adrian, perhaps he's the Kaluga boss, Adrian. All right. And Old Arbor Central, JLP. So Steve Graham won that over O'Brien. And Old Arbor South, Kurt. So that's for the People's National Party. All right. So over Lloyd Grant there. And well, Churchpen is not, I guess, outside of Old Arbor there. Andre O'Connor of the JLP taking that one. So hopefully that information helped you there, Arlene. Andre, welcome, welcome. And Andre saying bless Natalie Douglas. This is unheard of. Okay. And Arlene is saying, did Colin Bell from Portland win last night? So we're going to check on that for you, Arlene, as well. And Natalie Douglas, okay, thanks for sharing. You volunteered for Cafe in the 90s. Would love to hear from you, guys. I'm going to put that number in the chat as well, the WhatsApp number. So when I navigate screens, you still have that. Antonia, welcome. So Antonia, based on the results so far, the Jamaica Labour Party has the advantage, and I'll be careful with my words, not to call it until we get until we get some official results. But that's how it is so far. So guys, come on, man. We don't even have 50 likes. We can do better than that. And the subscription button, hit it. That's the easiest way you can support us. Easiest ways to support is liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you want to get super, we'll really appreciate that too. But all we're asking of you right now is to hit the like button and the subscription button. Run it up, man. Run it up. All right. So Arlene, Portland. So let us try and find Portland here so that you can see. And again, this might not be official. So let me just make that clear. But it's just quicker to navigate for us to have an understanding of, what's happening. All right. So Portland, and the name we're looking for, Colin Bell. All right, let us see. Let us try and find Colin Bell. Oh, no, Colin did not win here, but this one seems pretty close. So Shanique Green got that for the JLP 1,462 compared to Collins 1,325. So that's what I have there to share with you regarding Colin, Arlene. All right, so that's what I have to share there. So again, if you're just tuning in based on, updates today that we have received, all right, so Jamaica Labour Party, they're pretty much now, based on today's update, on 8. They have 8 municipalities compared to the PMP's 4. All right, so that, and the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, that there's a tie there. So Clarendon was also tied last evening when we left, but based on updates today, the JLP, they won the Town division there. And so as a result, the Jamaica Labour Party, they now have control of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation, so gaining an advantage there, 8. And again, we're still waiting for official updates, so we're just sharing updates as they come along. So ensure that you hit the like button, ensure that you hit the subscription button, and tap that bell, turn on your post notification, because it would appear that we'll be here perhaps until the end of this week to finally figure out, what is happening. So, and as someone there, Cardell, mentioned in the chat, it's just 29% of the votes, 29.6% of the votes. So imagine if we had like 50%, and, this is taking days for us to have, an official result. But I am going to be careful in my words to say right now, the Jamaica Labour Party, they have the advantage in the context of these recently held polls. All right, so we have 162 strong now. Can we hit the like button? We should have at minimum 100 likes this evening. If you're on your TV, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and keep telling a friend to tell another friend to come on over. I did promise that I was going to put that information in the chat, the WhatsApp number, just because I am on the screen here. So I'm going to try and get that information in the chat if you'd like to call in.
And not actually just to butt in a little bit, we're
Oh,
35,
sure.
37 likes, 13 away from 50. Let us take it in small spurts. Let's see if we can get up to 50. We're at 37 likes right now. And as Natasha was saying earlier, if you subscribe, what will happen is that whenever we get the information, whenever we're on, then you get that notification and you could get those information as it relates to the updates when we come on later on in this week. So it's a win-win for all of us. And if this is something that you're interested in, then it's worth subscribing to. I see thank you all for the persons who have subscribed and have liked. We're up to 44 likes now. Thank you guys so much for the support. We appreciate every single one of those. And if you subscribe and you want us to know if you are a new member to this platform, you could send us a message in the chat and we'll make sure that you get a Voices in Education welcome. So, yes, Natasha, back over to you.
Awesome, Marian. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support and the help here. I'm just going in the chat here. Sandra Lee, welcome. And what about Clarendon? What do you want to know about Clarendon, Sandra Lee? I know that based on the update that we got today, Clarendon municipality has gone to the Jamaica Labour Party based on, updates. And again, I am careful in my choice of word to say right now that the Jamaica Labour Party, they have the advantage. Denise, who won South Central St. Catherine. So let's go back to St. Catherine here and see what we have based on this information. So if they're very close, I like that this might not be updated or correct, but let us see what we have here. And Denise specifically asked about South Central St. Catherine. So let us try to navigate there. Here we go. St. Catherine South Central. So Olmsted, Jamaica Labour Party got that one. Mark McLean over, Jermaine there. And this looks like Sydneyam. Jennifer Hull, JLP got that one over Denise. Denise, you're running man in the PNP. Just kidding. That's the Francis in the chat there. This is Steel Sun. All right, so Jamaica Labour Party got that. In terms of Horizon Park, JLP got this one over, so Sydney got this one over Andrew Parker. So Jamaica Labour Party got that one. And that's it for South Central. So it looks like it's a clean sweep here for the JLP in South Central St. Catherine. But just to be clear, the PNP won the St. Catherine municipality. I believe that's what I know there. All right. So as divisions and they go and go, but I believe the PNP, they won, St. Catherine. All right, overall. So they are in control of the municipality, the same thing that we call parish council. All right. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome. All right, Ruren, I believe we're at the 50 mark with the likes there. So guys, let's
Yes,
go to
we're there.
another
We're there.
50.
Enough blessings, guys. Big up. Enough blessings. Thank you. Let's see if we can push it a little bit further. Guys, if you're on, please just like, subscribe, help to support this channel and help us to grow. Definitely need your support. We totally appreciate the fact that you have come over here. And if you've been here with us, just like up and subscribe us so that we can strengthen the relationship that we are building. So just want to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed and liked already. Continue sharing, continue participating with us, and just help us to grow this platform. We love to hear from you too. We haven't had a caller since we have been covering this election, this local government election.
That is
Who's
so
going to be
true.
the
They're
first?
all, yeah, who's going to break that? You're always in the chat. But I see Jojo there. Welcome, Carrick. Welcome. So right now, Carrick, as we're sharing the Jamaica Labour Party, they have the advantage with about 8 municipalities compared to the PNP is 4, and the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation that is still, tied, and counts are being, continuing in that context. So what is likely to happen is that after the official count, if, it would perhaps be the Jamaica Labour Party who would be pushing for a magisterial recount, because if the tie still stands, the People's National Party, they have the popular vote. So they would take control of that municipality by virtue of, having the popular vote if the tie should, still, be there. But there is something about Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Each party wants to have that one. So the Jamaica Labour Party, for sure, they are going to perhaps push for a magisterial recount, as pretty much alluded by the Prime Minister last evening, if it is that the result is still, a tie. So just that. Claudia, I see you there in the chat. Jimmy, welcome, welcome. Good evening to you. Yvonne, welcome.
Natasha Lee butting in again. We are at 60 mark for the likes. Thank you guys. Your contribution is really appreciated. That was a quick run from that about 29 up to 60. Guys, if you're here, just like and share, please. And share your thoughts in the chat as well. Tell us what you think of the program. Tell us what you think of the elections. How could the election process be better? Share your views with us. It's a safe space for you to share. Let us know what you're thinking, and let us hear your voice as it relates to this local government election.
All right, Yvonne, back to your question again. I am not sure if this is not necessarily updated, but the last time we checked the PNP, they had, more seats, if you're looking at it like that, than the JLP, and that will give you pretty much the indication, or tells you that the PNP, pretty much just based on that, they have the popular vote. All right, so the People's National Party, they have, the popular vote. But as you know, in our system, you can win popular vote but lose election. So it's about, the winner takes all, the first past the post system of government, the winner takes all. So right now, what they're looking at is the control of the municipalities, the parish councils. So right now, based on control, or based on what we have in terms of unofficial counts and results, the JLP, they have the advantage. And I'll just use that word just to be careful until we can get some official updates from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. So guys, welcome guys. Hit the subscription button. All right, let us do better with the subscription button and turn on your post notification, right? Because I have a feeling that we are perhaps going to be here, until perhaps the end of this week. Or who knows, when they're doing the magisterial recount, maybe that's going to take some more time to just talking about it. And, as we are available and the updates are available too, we'll go live. So it is important for you to tap that bell, turn on your post notification, so that once, we go live, or if there's updates, you do not miss any of them. So, Rurian, back to you so far, I'm just checking in the chat here. And I guess we're getting close to that 100 likes, Rurian, but let's see. And guys, can we get some more subscription? We can do it. Can we get 16? I'm going for 16, Rurian. I don't know. Can we get 16 subscribers right now? Let's do it. Just, whop up. Joy, welcome. And Joy is wanting to know about Northeast St. Anne. So let me just try and find that based on what we have here. And again, just to be clear, this might not be well, this is not the update or official results. So we're just sharing based on, what was given to us, shared with us last evening. And I doubt this is from the EOJ, all right? Because if ClickViews had a problem in terms of what they were getting from the EOJ, come on, we're very small. We don't have access to anything. All right, Northeastern, and I believe this is it, Northeastern. Is there a particular person? But so far, let's look at the divisions here. We have Exchange, that was won by the JLP Ian Isaacs. Ocherius Michael here, JLP. And Lime All, Geneva, JLP. And St. Anne's Bay, Dallas Dickinson, JLP. All right, so the JLP seem to have taken, this constituency there, all the divisions in that constituency, Northeast St. Anne. All right, good night. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Is this Ram Shahai or Ram Sahai? Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, we can do better with the likes. Easiest ways that you can support us is by, hitting that like button and, the subscription button as well. So let's keep going. We can do it. We can definitely do it with your support. And imagine, let's keep growing. When the general election come, you should be all here because, and that's another question too, based on what happened. Will the Prime Minister call the general election this year, or will he wait because he did not get what he was expecting from this election? And Rurian, you did so well in terms of analyzing the Prime Minister's speech last evening in that context. So, guys, if you missed the speech from the opposition leader, and the Prime Minister, if you were able to hear them, you would perhaps recognize the big difference between, the two leaders in that context. Because Mark was very upbeat, happy, and the PNP headquarters, there was a buzz there, and Mark was pretty much dedicating this election win to Portia, to, Peter, to Norman Manley, and, saying that the people of Jamaica selected him. And so that suddenly changed somehow. And then when later on, about minutes after 11, when Jamaica time, when we heard from the Prime Minister, he was saying, but very conservative and very cautious in terms of his response by saying, based on what we're seeing, we won the election, and it was pretty much that. But, and, Rurian, you did some great analysis there. So I'll come over to you shortly. Camelia, who win overall, who won? So right now the advantage is with the Jamaica Labour Party, with about 8 municipalities compared to the PMP's 4. And we're still awaiting official confirmation from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. Jimmy is saying, what about the parish of St. James? What do you want to know about St. James, Jimmy? St. James, I believe, is still with the Jamaica Labour Party. So that was one of the ones that they have. And I know, let's see, PNP so far, they have Westmoreland. I'm trying to get this from the top of my head, so forgive me if I slip up with this one. So PNP, they have Westmoreland, Hanover, Manchester, and St. Catherine, right? So those 4. All right. So again, based on, what we have so far. So for the PNP, they have Hanover, all right, Westmoreland, they have Manchester, and St. Catherine, right? And then the JLP, they have St. James, I believe St. Anne, Portland, St. Thomas, and no Clarendon. Which one am I leaving out, Rurian?
I don't have that information on hand, but we'll get that to them soon. So let's
St.
figure that
Mary.
part.
So they have St. Mary. We just need to know the parishes in Jamaica. They have St. James, St. Anne, Portland, St. Thomas, Clarendon, St. Mary. Am I at 7 or 8 yet? 6. I'm missing 2 parishes. St. Elizabeth. So the Jamaica Labour Party, they have St. Elizabeth, which parish, and Trelawney. All right, so that's what, from the top of my head, that is what we have so far. So the PNP, Anova, Westmoreland, Manchester, all right, St. Catherine, and the JLP, St. James, St. Anne, Portland, St. Thomas, Clarendon, St. Mary, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney. And last evening, Clarendon there was a tie, and we were told today that, the council for the Annan Town Division won after the official count. So that changed from 11-11 to 12-10 in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party. And again, some unofficial, counts there. Paula, welcome, welcome. And I see Denise there laughing out loud. I'm not sure what Denise is laughing about right now, but I see you there. Are we at 100 yet, Rurian?
Let me check and tell you. Well, we are heading there. We're 72 likes, and that's pretty good. So we're just 28 away. So, guys, if you're on, please like and subscribe to this channel. Help us to grow. Help us to be able to provide you with this sort of information with such clarity, and so that you're able to participate and get the necessary information that you would want about your constituency, your party, your parish. So please subscribe and like, so that this channel can continue to grow, and we'll be able to cover more, as it relates to your interest. So continue with your support. We're up to 73 now, so we are just 27 away. Let's see if we can get that up. We have 179 persons on. So if you're watching, please just subscribe, just like, to show your support. And as I said earlier, if you are new to this channel, you're newly subscribed, and you want us to give you a Voices in Education big up, put that you have just subscribed in the chat, and we'll do that for you. We're up to 79 likes now, Natasha Lee, so just 20 more for us to get 100 likes on this live. And people, let me tell you this.
21.
We never ever get 100 likes on a live yet, Make we taste all that taste, man. We are Jamaicans. We are all Jamaicans. Help us with that. 80 now. We have 20 more. Just click the thumbs up button for us. Make we taste 100 likes, face like, on this live. Natasha Lee, I'm passing it back over to you, and I'll be watching the likes.
Thank you. And guys, remember, I asked you for some subscriptions. So hit the subscribe button and let us see if we can outdo Rurian. Who is going to win? Me or Rurian? Let us see. But you know what? We all win. And that girl, Ali Gordon, welcome. Good night, guys. What about Port Maria? Port Maria is in St. Mary. So I believe St. Mary is, the JLP. They got St. Mary, but you asked specifically about Port Maria. So let us see if we can get that for you in terms of that. Guys, they call, the system is open, The number is pinned in the chat there, the WhatsApp number, and I'm going to navigate from this, screen so that persons can see the number back on the screen here. So Port Maria, this looks like, Jermaine Smiley. And what they're saying, well, from this one, it was saying that the seat was not called. So I'm not too sure, what the final counts, because if you look at this one, it's very, very close between Jermaine here and Corrine. All right. So again, we're just waiting for some updates, but I can do some other checks to see, perhaps what is going on there. But that's what I have right now based on the information that I have. And this is not necessarily updated. Not updated. So let's just leave it there. So I'm just going to navigate from this screen back to the screen where you can see the number, because I just feel like Rurian, because persons aren't seeing the number, big and bold, they're not calling. So you should be seeing, the screen again with the WhatsApp number. And, I would love to hear from you. We want to hear from you. And, the first call is like, it seems to be the hardest, but after somebody calls, then, it is just so super easy. Super, super easy. All right. Super, super easy. All right, guys, let's keep going with the subscription button. We can do it. We can do it. Hit the subscription button. Let's keep going. And let's keep hitting that like button. The easiest ways that you can support us. And please ensure that you turn on your post notification. That is definitely important so that you don't. All right, guys, let's keep going with it so that you don't miss any updates. All right. Yvonne is
Actually,
asking,
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, Yvonne is asking how to subscribe. I don't think everyone understands. So in terms of subscribing, Yvonne, you just need to close the chat, right? You should see a subscription button just right where you see Voices in Education. And also, when you close the chat, if you're using your phones or, like an iPad, so a device there, you will see the thumbs up button. That is what you need to tap on to give us the like. All right. So thanks for asking there, Yvonne. That's definitely important. So lots of persons want to like. So just you see where the chat is, where that X is, over on the right hand side there, you just tap that X, so just touch it and it closes. Then you will see the thumbs up button. You just need to tap it and you should see the subscription button very close there. It says subscribe to Voices in Education, so you should be seeing that. And we are good to go. So let us see the subscription, just running up right now. We can do it. Thank you so much for, liking and subscribing. We really appreciate it.
Not necessarily just butting in here again,
Oh,
guys. Make
sure. Go
sure you
ahead.
make sure you like before you subscribe. Cause we are competing hard enough. Guys, we have less than 10 now. We have 9 more to reach the 100 mark as it relates to likes. So make sure you like before you subscribe, so that I can beat her on this one. It's competition all around. It's JLP versus PNP and me versus she. So help me out there. We're up to 90 plus six. Six
But,
four, 6-4, 6-4.
guys, just keep subscribing, because if you're helping him, I'm sure you're going to help me. Who is the one doing the most of the talking, more talking, So you're going to help me too, guys. So hit the subscription button, and we're getting close to that 100, and let's keep going. So
Hello. So guys, please continue to like and subscribe. We're 4 away from that 100 mark as it relates to likes, and they keep the subscription going as well. I'm not sure what's happening on Natasha Lee's section. Hopefully
I'm
we'll
here.
hear.
I'm here, Ruren.
Oh,
So apparently I
oh,
was muted
okay,
there for a bit. So my
okay, great.
apologies there. So guys, as you can
And
see, the number is on screen there. Would love to hear from you. Go ahead, Ruren.
yes, you were mentioning the statements by the leaders of the political party,
Oh yes, for
both
sure.
political parties. I'm not sure if you're able to give them that, just play the audio, I guess, again, so that they could hear how they did with their statements, and just to validate the points that you were making as it relates to the statements.
Okay, I will definitely have to just get those, search for those and get them ready again. So if you want to just keep sharing there, just, give them an understanding of what was happening until I get those ready, that would be awesome.
Okay, no problem. So it was, Mark Golden that came out with a statement first, and he was informed, I'm not sure by who, but he came out and he was thanking Sister P, that's Forster Simpson Miller. He was pretty much giving his regards to all and paying his tribute to all the past leaders of the party, and he pretty much gave a winning speech for the local government election. He was quite confident, and he really mentioned his supporters in that regard, telling them how happy they he's that they have selected him as, and chosen him as it relates to the local government election. However, a few minutes, hours after that, the whole thing flipped on its head as the change came, where, the polls came in and the votes came in, and it seemed things transitioned from the PNP to the JLP. So it was about after 11, I think 11:20 last night, that Prime Minister Prime Minister Holness, he made an address to his party supporters at their Belmont Road center. And he was pretty cautious in the way that he spoke. And, the way how he spoke, you know, gave me the impression that he was saying that I'm not too sure how things are, because I was, probably I heard that I lost, and now I'm hearing that I am in the lead. So he was very cautious with his statement. And as soon as Natasha Lee is ready with that, you will get an understanding of what I am saying in that regard. So he was very selective in his words, and he said that based on what happened, he was holding the JLP rather had
All right,
most of
Ruren, I
it.
believe we're getting a caller here, so I'm just going to
Okay, no
just go to
problem.
this call. Hello, caller, you're live. Could you
Hello.
mute your YouTube? Good night. Could you mute your YouTube feed, please? Or just turn it down. We're getting that feedback here.
Yes, I
Awesome.
just would like to know update of Central Clarendon.
Central
The,
Clarendon. Okay. And
yes,
what is your name and where you're calling from? If
I'm
you
calling from overseas from California.
okay. Okay. So you're from Central Clarendon, I suppose.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to try my best to share what we have access to. It may not necessarily be the most, updated, but just to give you an idea of, what has happened there in Central Clarendon. So let me just try my best to find that to see,
Okay.
I'm just scrolling here,
Natasha
trying
Lee,
to.
we're to 100 likes.
Wonderful. I wonder if I am bleeding in there. in the subscription
I'm not sure, but guys,
section.
thank you so much for liking up this video, guys. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Why I never know that the 100 feel nice. Full 100.
You said Central Clarendon? Okay,
Yes.
Clarendon Central. Okay, here we go. So Maypen North. All right, so Tanya Lee Williams from the JLP seem to have gotten that one. And Joel Williams from Denby Division got that one for the JLP there over Cecilia. And then Maypen East, Kenneth Davis got that one apparently for the JLP over the PMP's Scott. And Maypen West, all right, Carla Watts, got that one for the PNP over Lorraine Green Mason for the JLP. And that one for Paula is definite. Carla, sorry, expected there for sure. So that's what happened there based on what we have in Clarendon Central.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So did you like and subscribe already?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do now. Don't worry about it.
And tell thank you, and tell the whole of Central Clarendon to come subscribe to
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. First caller, let's give him a round of applause in the chat, and all the best as and all the best, with all that you're doing there in Bonaire. And blessings and love, and don't be afraid to call in, right? Tell them how it feels calling in. Are you afraid talking to me?
No, I'm not afraid.
That's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
All right. You're welcome. All right. So happy to have had a caller, Rurian. So just before that call, Rurian, I found, the audio. So let me just go to that. So we hear from, Mark Golding. But I'll just come back to you, Rurian, before taking this recording. All right, let's try and go to the
Shown that the People's National Party, having not won a general election since 2011 or a local since 2012, we have shown that we have the capacity to deliver, to execute, and to achieve victory. And my heart is full because the PNP has come back as a strong, powerful force in this land again for the masses of the people of Jamaica. Comrades, we will continue the work. We will continue to build our momentum. We will continue what we have been doing because we will not let the people down. The people want to see a PNP government, and the people want to see Iman, Mark, Jefferson rolling in comrades. We can go forward with confidence. We have pulled off a great victory today. The people have spoken. The PNP is alive and well and strong. I want to dedicate this victory to Sister P, Mama P, personally. Of Michael Manley, and he said to me, NW and Michael Manley are smiling tonight. And I want to say, the next PNP government will govern in the true spirit of the People's National Party as founded by the Right Excellent Norman Washington Manley and as created into a vibrant, massive force by his son, Joshua Michael Manley.
So there you go, Rurian, and I guess we can just kind of dissect this one before I try to search for the Prime Minister's, response. So our understanding is that, Mark Golding gave this speech after, I guess, it was declared that they had won the election, but I'm wondering, what his state of mind is like, seeing what is unfolding, as the days, continue. So we're at 201 strong. And Adrian, welcome. And Adrian is asking about Northeastern St. Andrew. So, and I see Yvonne there clapping. Denzel Legister, welcome. So watching from North Carolina. So guys, let us run up the likes. We have 200. So, Ruren, I'm going to beg on your behalf. Can we let's get it up to 150. We're doing good. Let's keep going. And I don't know if you guys give me the subscription, right? Now look at Ruren and do me bad with the likes. All right. So Ruren, do you want to start us off? So I'll just wait for Ruren to come on
Yeah,
in. Okay, good.
yeah,
So
I'm
once
here.
you're ready.
So definitely that speech that Mark Golan gave was before, well, I guess he gave that speech when it was announced that the PNP has been declared, winners of the local government election. And, to be honest with you, that was a good speech there, but unfortunately, it was in well, probably it is in vain based on how things have progressed since then. So, he covered a lot of bases. As we would say, he bigged up all the past leaders and the current supporters of the party, and trying to establish that the PNP is still up and running. So I give him full marks for his speech. But it's unfortunate that the wrong information got into his domain, and he had that made that speech. I was wondering, and I haven't seen yet where he has come back out and retracted his speech in any way or form. But I think he might be totally gutted based on how things has changed after that. But things like these happen, and he'll have to just pick himself up and brush himself off and go at it again if given the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And we are human, and Mark, the PMP, they have been putting in the work, right? So if it is then that this happened, it's only natural that, having put in so much work that you're excited about, the possibility of a victory. And because at that point, PMP, their headquarters there, it was buzzing over the JLP side. It was like a ghost town. Nothing was happening. It was like party done, party done, party done over the so. And again, it was that. And if you're just joining, we already went there in terms of what happened with Cliff Hughes. We listened to the recording in the context of his apology. And so, you know, again, we were also talking at last evening about, PNP, JLP, where are they getting their information from in terms of access. So if this information did not come from the EOJ, how it is that they relied on this information without, fact checking or confirming that, we are possibly, or we have possibly taken the local government election. So, Adrian, you asked about Northeastern St. Andrew. So, based on what we have here and what you should be seeing on screen, so for Barbican, this looks like the JLP Joy, took this one. Waterloo, Winston Ennis seems to take this one for the JLP. So that's it. So that looks like the Jamaica Labour Party, they're taking those two divisions. in the St. Andrew Northeastern. So hopefully that helped. All right. So what I'm going to do, I don't know, Ruren, if you have anything else to share there regarding, Mark Golding. Guys, Ruren is pretty much, leading, and I want you guys to give me some more subscription, please. So I'm going to beg right now. Let me start small like how he does. I'm going to ask for 10. So let us start with 10, and then we try and, keep that going. So just checking the chat here. Mabel Brown, welcome. And Mabel is watching from New York. What about St. Thomas? So St. Thomas, that was called for the JLP. So we'll just say unofficially there. Andrew, welcome. I see you there. Denise, I see you there as well. Chadwick, welcome. And Chadwick is saying the counting is taking too long, but rather they take their time and do it properly, I guess. And that is definitely important. Carlton, Soji, big up yourself. We're here, Soji. Still building, still going. All right, Lestine, welcome. Well, Lestine, based on what we heard, just Mark declared that they won the election last evening, and based on his speech. So he was saying, the Jamaica people selected him because with popular votes don't necessarily win election. Like usually popular votes, they don't win election. So that's why if you go back and listen to what he said they were dedicating this win to Portia, and he went on. So he did say that pretty much that they won and he was dedicating the win. So why would you dedicate, something that you lost to somebody? So Chadwick here. Okay, I see your comment there in terms of if the JLP won 8 councils. So because it's not official from the EOJ, I like to wait on official. So what we have so far unofficially, I want to be cautious in saying the JLP, they have the advantage in terms of winning this local government elections. All right, the local government elections. So JLP with that advantage so far. Yes, let's see. They won the popular vote, so more people voted for the PNP, but popular votes don't necessarily win elections based on the first past the post system. And let me just try to break that down. Let us say you live where let us look at it in like a general election, right? So let us say you live in Clarendon, right? And then you have, let us say we have 2 constituencies in Clarendon, right? And you have both Jamaica Labour Party and the PNP contesting that, right? Let us say in one of the constituency, we have 500 persons, and in another constituency, we have 200 persons. In the constituency with the 500, let us say that the PNP got, because the PNP with the popular vote, let us say that the PNP got 200 votes and the JLP got, the JLP got 300 votes, right? So that's one. Let us look at it there. And we don't even have to go to the other one. So for Clarendon, you have, right, the JLP getting that. Let us go to, say, Manchester, right? And in Manchester, you have a constituency with 5,000 persons, right, within that constituency. And the vote is saying right now, let us try to get the numbers pretty close here. 5,000. So let us say JLP won that by about 2,500 and something. And then the PNP, they have 2,400 and something. If you were to add based on the closeness of both, constituencies, then it is likely that the PMP would have more votes overall, depending on the size of the division or the constituency. But when you look at how they're winning the seats, right? It's the seat that really allocates in terms of deciding who wins the election. So in this case, it's pretty much winning the parish council or the municipality, right? That will determine overall who wins the election. Because right now, based on what we have in terms of preliminary information, the PMP by far, as you mentioned, they have the popular votes and they have more seats because in some constituencies you have more divisions. So we're looking at Barbican here, sorry, Northeast, St. Andrew Northeast. And what we're seeing here, 2 divisions. So you have some other, constituencies. And if we go by this, St. Andrew Northwestern, 3 divisions. So based on that, you would get a better understanding that, because this constituency is bigger, the number of votes coming from this constituency is likely going to be greater than a constituency with 2 divisions. So, that's kind of, like that there. But, thanks for sharing. And Soji saying I was telling them that they declared, I guess, there. And that's exactly what Mr. Golin said there from Yvonne. Conrad is saying, big up my 5-star general from Grovetown Division. What is this? Miss Iceval Cherry Brown. Okay. And I see you there, Soji. And Adrian is saying, thanks a million. You're welcome. And Janice, welcome. I see your comment. And Lessine is saying, yes, I know it doesn't. I teach social studies, I know. Happy that you know Lessine, all right? And Soji is saying, bless up yourself, and blessings to you too, Soji. And Lessine is here saying, I'm just saying PMP, they're much stronger than last time, and that's what I got from the speech. I did not hear he say that PMP one. Okay, Lessine, perhaps you should, go and just listen to that again. And Chadwick is saying, yeah, it can be council seats or even states in the US. Yeah. And in the US, they have, I believe, the electoral college where based on the states, you go there and the college then vote for the president. I believe that's how it works in the US. It's a little bit different from the Westminster system of government, so that UK style based system that we have in Jamaica and, quite a few places in the Caribbean. And Soji saying, like up the show, everyone, please. Definitely. And Lessine is saying, yes, I know the first past the post. Most persons are confusing the PR system in regards to popular votes winning the election. Right, for sure. So there's a big difference between the first past the post system and the PR system. I believe Guyana has a PR system there in place, a proportional representation system based on, votes and I guess distribution there. I believe Guyana in the Caribbean has some setup like that. And Lessine, you can correct me there with that. I believe Guyana has a PR system in place. So guys, welcome. Like up the live, hit the subscription button. And Donna, welcome, watching from New Jersey. So waiting for another call, but in the meantime, let me just transition to the other screen so persons can see the number on screen. I pinned it in the chat, but perhaps that is not so effective as opposed to seeing it here. So, Rurian, I'm just going to circle to you, any comments as I try to just find, the Prime Minister's response later last evening.
Oh, sure, Natasha Lee. I'm just loving the support, that we're getting. Thank you guys for commenting and sharing your views. And that's what we love on this platform. We don't have to agree on, the same things. We don't have to be in agreement, but we should be able to listen to somebody else's views and, see how persons view things from their perspectives. And I'm loving what I am seeing so far from each and every one. To be honest with you guys, I'm basking over here because we are up to over 100 likes, and my goal was set at 100 likes, and it's 112 likes now. So if you haven't liked before, I'm just gonna ask you to like, again, subscribe, for us again. Just continue to help us to build this platform as we continue to cover, stuff like this. So continue to be a part of this platform, and you are already a valid member of this platform. So just continue to do what you're doing, and we totally appreciate what you are doing. I'm not sure if you're ready for us yet, Natasha Lee.
Yes, I am ready. So I'm just going to go to that, response from the Prime Minister last evening. So stick and stay, guys. Let me just get that going for you right.
11:21. What a time to have a press conference. But we waited until we got the latest results from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. What we can say to the nation is that the Jamaica Labour Party retains 7 municipal corporations with a clear lead. The PNP has 4, and there are 2 that are reported to be tied. So, without question, the Jamaica Labour Party has won the municipal elections, without question. 2 municipal corporations that are tied. We should have some definitive results on those in a few days, possibly by Wednesday. But as you know, with these elections, as it was in 2016, they go through recounts, and where there are very close margins, there is the potential for change. So right now, the most definitive result that we can say is that the Jamaica Labour Party holds 7 municipal corporations, which is the majority of the corporations. The ties are the KSA and at this point, Clarendon. And as I said, those will probably go through magisterial recounts. How do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Well, if we look at what existed before, the PNP retained retained Westmoreland, which they had, Hanover, Manchester, and St. Catherine. The Jamaica Labour Party retained all that it had, now 11:21.
All right, so there's the speech from the Prime Minister. So, Rurian, I'm just going to come over to you, but let me just check the chat here. Michael Ines, I see your comment there. The director of EOJ needs to go. And Lessine is saying, yes, you're correct. I believe that's with the PR system. And Lessine is also saying, nice show. Thank you so much. And thanks for being here and being a part of it to nice things up. And Soldier here is saying that Jamaicans need to educate themselves about politics because, a lot of us don't know the difference between a councillor and the MP. And asking to like up the show, everyone. Definitely, guys, like and subscribe. Guys, I'd asked for 10 subscriptions, and I haven't received that. Anne-Marie Brown-Walters, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here, Anne-Marie. always here and supporting too. Welcome, welcome. So, Ruren, because you have been providing, analysis in terms of the speech, and, we want to hear back from you in the context of, the Prime Minister's, speech here. So let's go over to you, Ruren, if you're available and ready for us.
Yeah, I'm here. A well-measured speech there by the JLP leader and Prime Minister, Mr. Holness. So, he was very cautious and he worked based on the evidence provided. And as you heard from him there, he did this speech about 11, I think, 11:20. So it was really late in the night, but I guess he was, making sure that whatever information he was putting out there was authentic and, he got that from good sources. So he was, even in with that said, he was very cautious with the information that he was putting out. And, I think he probably, this is just me analyzing what he's saying. So, this is just my personal view. He he realized that what happened to Mark Golding in terms of the statement that he had out there, and not that statement was not those statements that he made wasn't backed up by the facts that came out afterward, or just the fact that there was so much disparity between both the statements that Mark had said and what happened in terms of the counts and the votes that came in. So he was really measured in what he said, and that was in a but I think just for him to make sure that whatever he's getting out there is right, and just to protect his reputation as it relates to providing information to the public. So that's what I got from his statement, and I think that's something that we can all learn from too. If someone has made a mistake, you don't need to go make the same mistake. So I think Andrew Holness learned from the mistake that was made by Mark Golden and ensure that he did his due diligence before putting forward a statement as it relates to the results. And if you notice, he said that based on the amount of seats that they won, then they would be in the lead. But the final say comes from the electoral office, and when they come out with their information, because they are the body that governs the election. So their when they publish their final results, that's what we have to work with. So we have to make sure that we weigh our words carefully when we're speaking about
Yeah,
these
for sure,
matters.
Ruren. Let me just pause there. Something good is happening right now. Carlton Lovely, Soji himself. Big up yourself every time. Soji is a member of the channel. Can you believe it? Soji has just joined our channel membership. First member, guys. Big up yourself, Soji. And Soji is a part of Conversational Voices. Soji already a family, but now, the family thing just, it becomes closer. So we're seeing Soji there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Soji. Let us give Soji a big applause there in the chat. We really appreciate the support, and we can definitely only grow from strength to strength. So, guys, you can definitely join and be a part of, this channel as well. Or if you want to send a super sticker, you can do that. You will see that in the chat where you have it's like a $ icon. And again, easiest way, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. So, Carlton Lovelace, big up yourself. And also, let me just shout out to some persons quickly here in the chat. Junior Lloyd, I see you there. Aisha Mar Uwan. So, Aisha, right now, the Jamaica Labour Party, they have the advantage with 8 seats, municipalities, not seats, or parish councils, compared to the PNP's 4 and the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation That one is at a tie currently, so we're awaiting further updates, and these results are unofficial results. And Yvonne Artley, good night to you and welcome. And we have Yvonne Artley and Yvonne Singh. And Yvonne Singh is saying, I'm enjoying this live from my bed in cold, cold New York. Happy that you're enjoying and hope you're feeling warm, just by being here with us. And so we're sending you some, warmth there in cold, cold New York. And Juna is saying, don't be afraid of change. And there, big Soji Carlton Lovelace. Well, there, welcome to Conversational Voices. And Junior Lloyd, okay, and bless up yourself. And Yvonne is definitely giving you that clap, Soji. And let's go on here. And like and share, Rohan Perry, welcome. And Rohan is saying EOJ has no credibility. Rohan Perry, is that quite Perry? I don't know, but possibility. Perhaps someone different. But thank you so much, guys, for coming over. Let's hit the like button. We can do some more with the likes, right? And is this Yelmi? Yelmi Grant, welcome, welcome. So back to you, Rurian.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my analysis of it. Mr. Holness, he pretty much, you know, played it safe, and rightly so, I would say as well, making sure that he gave the information that was, you know, that he deemed to be authentic and true, and he didn't go, categorically and say yes, they have taken the local government. He said that they won most of the parish councils. So, you could argue that and saying that he's saying the same thing, but that's
Yeah,
what he did,
and,
and
and
that
that
was
is true, Rurian. So not to cut you off, but I wrote down these two words because when he was saying it, he did not, as you mentioned there, he did not specifically say, okay, we won. He says based on, the information that they have so far from the EOJ, and these two words there, they have a clear lead, right? And so again, as you suggested there, just what took place earlier with Mark is like, this not catch me, this can't catch me. And so, but it is sad that that happened, and that is why I am pressing for some more accountability and transparency from the EOJ. Why is it that as citizens of Jamaica we can't have direct access to this information? It should not be so hard. Jamaica is becoming a more mature democracy, and we need to see these things. Like, it shouldn't be taking days for us to even have an unofficial result. Like, usually the night of the election, you have an unofficial result of, who won the election. And right now, I am being cautious too, based on what happened. Well, perhaps might not be any fault of the EOJ based on what happened with Cliff Hughes there. But then, Cliff Hughes was saying, they're not having access to the information, they're not getting what they need from the EOJ's, database. So definitely see that one. And Soji there is sharing that it's after 3. It's Wednesday morning now, so Soji is joining us from the UK. So, and appreciate you being here, losing sleep to be here. And Soji is saying, I wouldn't blame the EOJ. I blame Cliff Hughes, but you apologize to the Jamaican people for sure. Paulette Brown, welcome. And Paulette is saying, good night. Can I hear about Northern Trelawney and St. James? All right, soon we'll go back to the information that we have, Paulette, and they're doing it like England. All right, there's Soji. All right, guys, so hit the like button. Guys, I asked you for some subscribers, and let me see if I am there. I started small, because I realized that Rurian used tricks. Guys, from the 10 that I asked you for, I need 2 more. 2 more from the 10, and then we take another number, all right? So hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Easiest way to support us. And Ron is saying something suspicious is cooking in the kitchen of the EOJ. Bevy Brown, welcome, welcome. Back to you, Rurian.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I like the way that I agree with you. I like the way the Prime Minister delivered his speech last night. That was really, really, really good, and well weighted and measured, just to provide the necessary information, but doing so cautiously, not to put himself into any troubles. So that's pretty much what I have to share from that perspective. I want to say thanks to all the persons who have been supporting us. So, Natasha, I'm handing back over to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Rurian, for sharing. So, Paulette, you asked about, Northern Trelawney. So let me see how best I can, share here with you. And again, just to let you know that this information is not the most recent, but enough for us to have an understanding of, what is happening. And based on what has happened, I believe Trelawney as a municipality was given to the JLP. But let us look at Northern Trelawney here. So Matabray, Roydell Hamilton got that for the PNP over Dave there for JLP. Falmouth Gart Wilkinson got that for the PNP over Andre there for the JLP. And Fabian Davis for Duncan's, so got that for the PNP over Donovan there for the JLP. Sherwood Content, this looks like Dunstan, so got that for the JLP and somewhat close there over Charles from the PNP, and then Wakefield Jonathan for the JLP over Donovan for the PNP. All right, so that is what we have there for Trelawney. And I'm not sure if there's somewhere specific that you want us to zoom in for St. James, but St. James overall, I believe, was called for the Jamaica Labour Party. Guys, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. The phone line is also open, so would love to hear from you. And I suspect that we are going to be here all week based on how things are unfolding slowly. And so I'll also encourage you to tap that bell. When you close the chat after subscribing, there's that little bell. Tap it, touch it, and select all so that once we go live here, you get that information. And let me just go to this call. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello, good night.
Soji, Wagwan.
I'm here. Yeah, but how many parish you have now? You said JLP have. Because I hear them said it's 994 now.
I know about it based on what we have in terms of the information. So I have here, just from the top of my head, let's go St. James. So this is for the JLP. St. James, St. Anne, Portland, St. Thomas, that was clarified today. Clarendon was clarified today because of that Annan Town division win by the JLP. So it was given to the Jamaica Labour Party. So that's what about 5. St. Mary, St. Elizabeth, and Trelawney.
So you said that would be 8.
Hold on, let's go, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that would be 8 then. Okay, no worries. Because I was thinking it was 8, but I was looking and I hear someone said 9 and I said 9. So if the Jamaica Labour Party won 8, that means they won back all 8 that they won the last time.
Right. So because the KSAC is still in account because they had that last time with Delroy Williams being the mayor. But because of the tie, they are waiting for that. And but if the tie remains, PMP will get control based on the popular vote.
But no, but yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying, but remember, the chief is depends on what the chief clerk, what them call them. If he or she voted if it's a tie and he decide he don't want to go popular vote, then it's just this. He can decide that way. It can decide that way. It just depends on the chief, the chief, what them call them, electoral officer. Yeah.
No, they're
but
going to
what
go
I'm
to
saying
the
now,
popular votes.
so that for the 8th, the Kingston and St. Andrew was in there. So they won one parish that they never have. Oh, yeah, St. Thomas. They never have St. Thomas.
So
remember, they never have St. Thomas.
Right. So that's the context right now. Right. And so in that context, if they get the KSAC, and that would have to be based on divisions, because if they're still tied, then it's going to go to the popular votes.
Yeah, go to the popular vote. Yes, so the People's National Party would get that one. So, but they dominate back they get back St. Catherine, they get back Westmoreland,
that's
and
the people.
Manchester.
Yeah, that's the People's National Party. Yeah.
Yeah. I told you they get them back because they did have those parish
right
in the last election. But yeah, but funny. But how many are going Westmoreland? Because it was 14 the last time, you know.
So for Westmoreland, so I have the 2016 data here that I am looking at. So let me just see. Westmoreland, it's
14.
So Westmoreland is for the PMP.
Yeah, but it was 14 in 2016.
No. What I'm seeing here, 9-5. So 5 for the Jamaica Labour Party and 9 for the PNP.
In Westmoreland?
2016. That's what I'm seeing there.
No, I could swear it's 14. I don't think JLP will get no councillor down there.
That's what I'm seeing from this information that I have here.
Well, I'm not going to run them, but I could swear they said last night it was 14. But the two, how many seats they won yesterday? There's the two guys that came over from the People's National Party. They won, both of them won. And they won anywhere else?
We're in Westmoreland. So JLP had 3 divisions that they won in Westmoreland. Not sure which specific 3 based on what we have here in terms of updates.
What happened? I can tell you about 2. The 2 guys that come over, one from Ghanaian community, one from Little London, and the other one from Sheffield. And they both won. They were PMP and they come over to the Jamaica Labour Party. And they both won back their seat.
Okay.
I know for 2, but I don't know where the other one is.
I'm just scrolling here to see if I can figure that out.
Sheffield for one, I'm 100% sure. Sheffield and
so this
Little
looks
London.
like Donnet Foster Props, but this is very, very close. So I am not too sure. Cornwall Mountain Division might be one there for the JLP. And
I know we can't. Yeah.
And let us see where else.
Little London and Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield for sure there. So you're with the JLP and Little London. Yeah. So spot on there.
Okay. And how many seats they won in Trelawney?
Trelawney, let me just see what we have here. So Trelawney looks like 6 for the JLP compared to 3 for the PNP.
Okay. And in St.
In 2016, how many they JLP did have in Clarendon?
Oh, Clarendon for 2016, it was 13-9.
Okay. Oh, so it would be 13, but the seat they lost in
with that Moko, right, with that cross, so they lost that, so that became detrimental to them.
Yeah. So Mike Henry era, Mike Henry win all his count plus.
Yes, I think that is a clean sweep for the well, with the exception of that seat with Carla Watt, so that Canaanites area, which is understandable. PMP stronghold. So with that exception, I think everyone else there, Joel Williams, everybody else there is good. With that exception with the Canaanites area there in Clarendon.
In Senton, how many see the PMP one in Southeast Senton? They have one all four?
Let me just check there. So let's go to St. Anne. Guys, welcome in the chat. Hit the like button. All right, so St. Anne, let me just get that up. Kuya Scarlett, welcome. Rocky Pinto, I see you. Conrad, I see you there. So Conrad is saying, no, not in 2016. So I guess Conrad is saying with that 14-0, it wasn't 2016. All right, so which constituency were you asking about? Northeast? St. Anne?
No, I want to know Northeast, but I want to know something of a friend. In Southeast St. Anne, PNP one all four?
Let me just check. Southeast. All right, so we have PNP Moniga, and then we have PNP there, PNP. So that's, well, this one isn't called. Maybe it's PMP win, because again, this is not well updated. So maybe it's PMP 1, 2, 3, Beecher, Tone 4. I would perhaps say PMP got all 4, but again, this is not quite updated. I'm seeing Bensonton seat not called, but again, by now they should have had that.
And okay, Bensonton, because it was 5, so 5-11, so that means in Northeast, I think they lost one in Northeast.
Who, the JLP?
Yeah.
They seem to get everything here based on what I have. So Exchange, JLP,
yeah.
Ocherius, JLP, Lime All. This one is close, but it's JLP right now. And St. Anne's Bay, JLP.
I know St. Anne's Bay, JLP, but last night they were declaring PMP, said PMP win in the Lima, so I don't know.
Yeah, that one is close. That one is close, so it could be, but it could be.
Or maybe no, but maybe the people that were just jumping say they won and never won.
Right now, you see Soji. Right now, me just have wait for the EOJ because I everybody is just being cautious, and we just have to wait on the official results. So once they publicize and say this is what happened, then
that close one in Northeast. What's the count?
For Northeast, so the close one, which one was that again? The Lima. So we have JLP 1829 and PMP 1728. This is what we have here. I'm not sure if this is, the most recent information.
Okay, if it go like that, and it's showing, and up in the seat in Brownstone, they want everything up there in that division.
Where is Brownstone? Not where? Not. Yeah, not Western. So Brownstone, JLP, and in Dry Arbor, this looks like JLP, but some of them are close here. Sturgestone, JLP, and Bamboo, JLP. So it looks like JLP got all those based on what we have here.
JLP win Bamboo, that's a miracle. And so the one is the one up in Alexandria that border with Manchester and Clarendon. Oh, that one. Let
me see there. So Alexandria, this looks like the JLP. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that never got in more era. So how many council they get up there?
In St. Anne Southwestern, so JLP
So
Advantage for
northeast or what? Or northwest?
no, this is Southwest. We have
Southwest,
Alexandria.
yeah.
So you have Gibraltar here, JLP, Alexandria, JLP, and Calderwood. This looks like the PNP here, and Borough Bridge. This looks like the Jamaica Labour Party, but this one is close to. This looks like 21 votes.
Well, well, that's mean. If you go that way, it's not, let's call it, that means PNP don't win all four in Southeast St. Anne.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know the St. Catherine. I know the St. Catherine wins, so that's how it goes. But the one in St. Thomas now was given problem. Where those seed from? The one in St. Thomas.
The one in St. Thomas with this lady. Let me see if I can get her name. But that was clarified, and they gave it to the Jamaica Labour Party. Let me see if I don't remember her name right now, but let me see if I can find that. That would be good. All right, so so I believe her name is Andrea Patience. So they're saying that she emerged with 1,316 votes to the PNP's Edwin Marr with 1,309. So that is still close, but that's what they're saying there.
Yeah, and then the one, so the guy in Trinityville, oh, that one went.
Where is Trinityville now? Just St.
Thomas, yeah.
St. Thomas. Let me just go to St. Thomas. All right, guys, I'm seeing you there in the chat. TriStar, welcome, Virgil. St. Elizabeth is in the house. So Walla St. Best should be subscribing. All right, and Kuya JLP1 all seats in Northeast St. Anne, Northwest St. Anne. Garmel Reed, welcome. It was 9-5 for PNP in West in 2016, 3 cross the floor in 2023 for a 8-6. We don't have 8-6 right now, Garmel. Right now we have 8-4 with a possibly 8-5 and I guess Portmore there. And TriStar is saying when it's gonna be done. I'm not sure, but we'll see. You asked about St. Thomas, so let us see what we have here for St. Thomas. So Trinity. Let's go Trinityville. This looks like JLP taking this one.
Okay, so the guy win. That's the guy was in the tussle with the two PNP guys.
I guess so. Jones. I guess that's
Jones,
yeah.
But he won't just defending himself.
I get that, but we don't want to go there solely this evening because we don't want to go there. Yeah.
All right, then I'm continuing listening that somebody else can take up the phone line. So what happened to Mr. Portmore? I don't hear what happened to him when last he come on.
I don't hear from Mr. Portmore now, but when I checked with him, he was saying that some work related stuff. But I guess as soon as we start the back some more track, then we'll get him over.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and we'll just continue listening and you just take care of yourself and join your program. Now I will get it and see it early now so I can tune in when, but because you did take a break, man, that's the reason why.
Life is lifing. Life is lifing, and sometimes the balance.
You must continue to build a show, man, because the show you've gone about 40,000 now if you never come on.
Yeah, and in time we'll get there and we're gonna keep growing and putting in the work. So, we're trying to do that too. So yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, like up the show and share with my friend. Remember, we'll get the best over here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Soji.
Okay, you have a good night. Yeah.
All right. And you have a good morning. All right, guys. So that's I'm muted. Are you hearing me? Let me know if you're hearing me in the chat. That would be good. So just let me know if you're hearing me in the chat there. All right. So welcome, guys. All right. Can you give me 10 more subscribers? Let me just take it small because right now I believe Ruran, is whopping me with the likes. So hit the like button, guys. We can do so much better. And Mirak is say, welcome. Can we call St. Thomas again with one seat still? Leave the call. Like Mirak, that's the update that we are getting, and it's very close based on what I just shared there. So we'll see how that goes once we get the official, announcement from the EOJ. All right, Virgil is saying yes, hearing you. Thank you so much, Kuya, for letting me know, and Junior Lloyd. All right, thank you. And Junior Lloyd, don't just vote based on your great grandmother vote. Vote for change. Yeah, traditional politics. But I feel, Junior, that the electorate, so persons are becoming more mature in the context of, their decisions and, casting their votes. So we are seeing that, change over time. I'm going to navigate back to the screen where you can see the WhatsApp number is in the chat, but I feel that once it is here, persons are better able to see that they can definitely call in. Would love to hear from you. All right. So, what are your views on this election? Would love to hear from you. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We understand that we hold, different views, different perspectives, and that is totally okay. We share, but we share in a respectful way. So we do not bash anyone. We do not belittle anyone. Again, we just do that where you feel like this is a space where you just want to come to all the time. Even if you feel down, you can just come here and you feel better. That safe space where you feel valued, where you have a voice. So would love to hear from you. And Darwin is asking about St. James. Is there a specific division in St. James or constituency that you would like for St. James? But I can tell you based on, the overall control of St. James municipality that the JLP, based on unofficial results, they have, control over St. James. All right, so let me see how the likes are going now and the subscription, guys. Hit the subscription button and also turn on your post notification. So I asked for 10 just now, and I believe I got 1 based on what I'm seeing here. So let's keep, it in that. Rosal, which country is this guy? Which guy? The one that was on the phone? I'm not sure, John Brown. All right, welcome, and we can do better with the likes, We should be at 200 likes by now. We can do better with the likes, so let's keep going. So let me just try and just go back to the screen. And I like to stay here where persons can see the number, the WhatsApp number, but let's go to St. James and Rosal. Let's see what we have there. See what we have there. And again, let me just remind you that these results are not the most updated and they're not official. We're just using it as a guide to give us an understanding of, what happened. Doreen, good night to you. Guys, let me know where you're tuned in from. That would be awesome. If you could share that in the chat and ensure that you hit the like button. So Rosal, this looks like the JLP Anthony Murray. All right, so based on what is here, 1672 compared to Jason Cummins of the PNP 1201. And Stacy and Leslie, welcome, welcome. So based on the information that we have, the Jamaica Labour Party, they have the advantage in the context of the municipalities, 8-4. All right, so that's what we have. So we're waiting for the official results from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Can we bring this, live to 200 likes? And Doreen is from St. Martin, checking in from St. Martin. Wonderful. Carmita, welcome. St. Catherine is here. And Darwin Daly, that's you. I'm not sure what that comment is about. Queer Scarlett and the GP of St. Anne and Darwin. Okay, saying thank you. So I guess Queer knows what Darwin is asking about. Okay, good. Each one helps one. And Holly, our Holy Father child, welcome. And Saint Virgil Rashida in the house, and from Saint Elizabeth. So I know we have quite a few Saint Elizabeth persons here. Westmoreland. Clarendon, are you here? Saint Catherine is here. Saint Martin. We saw New York, Bonaire, and UK. So persons are here. Saint Elizabeth for sure. All right, so I'm just checking here. And Six's president who really won, as I said, the JLP has the lead right now. So that's what we're seeing. Stacyan is asking. So Stacyan, if you're on a phone or device, you see where you see that X at the top there on the right-hand side beside live chat. So to the right of that, close that X. So just touch on that X and then you will see the thumbs up button. You just tap that thumbs up button, that will give you the like. And beside Voices in Education, you should see something that says subscribe if you haven't, or you'll see join. You can also join the channel, or if you want to be super, you can definitely send, super chat, super stickers. We'll really appreciate that too. And Andrew Campbell is watching from Texas. Welcome, Andrew. Doreen, first time here. Welcome, welcome, Doreen. Thanks for letting me know. Welcome to the Voices in Education family. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. So I guess this week it's going to be an election week. So just ensure that you hit the subscription button, Doreen, and tap that bell, that little bell icon, and select all. So once we go live, you will be notified. And Mark, welcome from St. Thomas. Bevy Brown, Clarendon is in the building. And Carmita English, can we get, and that seemed to be no more there. All right, guys. Did you give me the subscriptions that I asked for? All right, so can we get 7 more? Let's keep going. We can do this. So let's keep going. Let's keep the subscription count going and ensure that you turn your post notification on as well. And Doreen is saying I've already. Thank you so much, Doreen. Really appreciate that. And we're here. All right, so do you guys have any, final comments, that you'd like to share? And I'm going to go back to that number so that we can hear from some persons now. So I might not be able to navigate again because I want to hear, some persons calling in, not just, my voice. Rurian, I'm not sure if you're still here and, want to share or connect. And Devon is saying, God, my team win. My PMP wife, I cry. Oh, well. Devon, you want to call us and give us that story? That's a good balance, JLP, PMP, good balance. And Nerissa is saying good night. First time here. Welcome, Nerissa. Really appreciate you being here. Welcome to the Voices in Education family. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. All right. So we do that in a respectful way, just to ensure that you feel valued, you have a voice and you always feel that you want to come back to this space. So thanks for coming over, and I hope that you have subscribe and just, wanting to be part of our community. Let me know where you're tuning in from, Nerissa. Paulette, you're welcome. And David Brooks is saying, can you show Portmore as you go along so we can see which seats have been called? So Portmore is pretty much for the PNP right now. So you're talking about, I guess, the municipality there, that's for the PNP, but I'll just go back there, shortly, David. I'm just wanting to have the screen up a little bit just to see if persons would want to call in. So the WhatsApp number is pinned in the chat, but it's right there on your screen. So give me a call. And Nerissa is saying Manchester. Kimisha, welcome. And Kamisha is saying Jessica from Falmouth. All right. So welcome, welcome. I like the interaction. I like to, just call persons. So comment in the chat. I'm going to check to see how, what we're doing here with the subscribers. Guys, if you haven't, hit the subscription button, just hit it, man. So from the 10 that I've asked for, we need 3 more. So we're doing good. We can do it. So hit that subscription button and also the like button. Let's keep hitting that subscription button and the like button. All right. So John Brown is saying, I'm a JLP, but PMP win, guys. Okay. I hear you, John. All right. So we're here and, let's keep hitting that subscription button. Let's keep hitting that like button. We can, definitely do it. And, let us continue to just grow together. So as you come over, hit the like button, hit the share button, and the subscription button as well. So Doreen is saying, what about Southwest Clarendon? All right, Doreen. And I believe, David, we're going to just go back to that to just let you know, what is happening there in Portmore and Southwest Clarendon. I know that Southwest Clarendon, I think all Southwest Clarendon went to the PNP. So Milk River, Yorktown, I think all went to the PNP. The toll gate there, which one am I missing? But let me just go there. They went to the PNP. All right, let us go to that page again. And again, this page, it's not the most recent update, so I just want to put that out as well. And Mark is also asking what the latest municipal result you have. So Mark, in terms of the count, I have the JLP leading with 8 municipalities compared to the PNP with, 4, and the Kingston and St. Andrew one, there is a tie there. So that is yet to be decided. So we await that. And again, these are not official results. So we're just, awaiting that. All right, if we look here for Portmore. So Portmore, if we're looking at what we have here, 10 divisions there for the PNP and 2 for the JLP. right? So if we look at it like that, that's what, you know, we're seeing there. And as you know, Leon Thomas, you know, won that, you know, mayor race there in Portmore. So 10 there. All right. So let me just try, and I'm trying to monitor the chat here as well. And Carmita is asking about St. Catherine Northwest, please and thanks. All right, we're getting a call here, so let me just go to this caller. All right. Hello, caller, you're live.
Yes, you just have to must start up. From the wife I cry.
Okay. Tell me about that story.
It was seminary fight piano to make. It's a
We're not hearing you quite clearly, Devon. I don't. If you're able to just speak up a little bit, that would be awesome.
I'm saying she said PNP, I'm saying JLP.
Okay.
So I don't fight around decision to make. I just take it before.
Oh.
I'm not. It's not really 5 years, you know. But you know, I just feel that this is like, but she's talking about everything now, and then I'm feeling good. My team.
Okay. Yes, but you're just a bit low, so it's a bit difficult to hear. So hopefully the persons in the chat they're hearing you clearly.
Well, so I've been trying to convince her for my side.
Oh, but she has a mind of her own.
Yeah, she has a mind of her own, so I don't think that.
That's it. That's it.
I'm still saying.
So that's definitely it.
I'm not happy to do it.
Okay.
Have a good night now.
You too, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Portland.
St. Anne's?
No, Portland.
Portland. Okay, beautiful parish there.
So beat them up, Professor Pro.
Okay. All right, thanks for calling, and ensure that you comfort your wife, you know.
Yeah, ma, we're not stopping good things. She knows she's going to do the best.
But that's beautiful, though, that, you know, you two are supporting, you know, different parties, but there is still love, and that is what we need to show people, you know. You know, it doesn't matter where we put our support, you know, we just need to respect each other, and, you know, the word is love.
Word is love. And that's, as the Bible said, love from heart.
That's it. All right, thanks for calling, Devon.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I'm looking forward to the entire Portland coming over to subscribe to Voices in Education, all right?
Oh, all right.
All right, thank you so much, Devon.
Okay, thank you for having me.
All right, so good to hear from, you know, Devon there. All right, so definitely good to hear. So what I am seeing here in terms of Portmore, you know, David, some of these, again, these updates are not so good. So what I'm seeing here, seat not called. So, but this looks like Joy Brown, I would say, having the advantage here for the JLP in Gregory Park. So Morrow, this looks like the PMP having the advantage there, Everton Shakes. And in Portmore Pines, this looks like Claude, you know, Hamilton, they're having that advantage for the PNP. All right, so that's what we have there. And let's go to Narissa there from, you know, Manchester. And Southwest Clarendon was the next one. All right, so again, as I said, PNP got a clean sweep for Southwest Clarendon, if my Oops, if my memory serves me well. Let's go back to where we need to be. This is where we need to be. All right, so let's go to Clarendon and see what we have. So I know that for sure Pastor Davis there from Yorktown Division got that. And was there Councillor Bailey should, get that one there as well for the Milk River Division. So here we go. So Tollgate Godfrey Knight, got this one back. All right. So, I guess he lost last time, perhaps with, just a few numbers. So Godfrey Knight got this one back for Tollgate Yorktown. As I said to you, Anthony Davis, so Pastor Davis here, got this one for the PNP. And what was interesting to note is that Purcell was, the former counselor here, and he was changed, with Davis. He decided that he was going to be an independent candidate, and the People's National Party, I guess they expelled him from the party. So there you see, Davis getting that. Milk River, as I suggested there, Bailey getting that for Milk River, and Race Course, Kijana Johnson getting that over Reynolds. And that one seems to be a bit close there, Pauline Reynolds. But as I suggested, Southwest Clarendon, based on what I know, so far, was a clean sweep for the PNP. And the constituency too is a PNP constituency, so Southwest Clarendon. And I think I shared that. What about Falmouth? Kamisha, what you want to know about Falmouth? So let us go to St. Catherine Northwest until Kamisha, you let me know what you want to know about Falmouth. Doreen, you're welcome. So St. Catherine Northwest, let us see. And again, let me caution you that these might not be the latest that we have in the context of, updates. So let us see what is going on here. So we're looking for St. Catherine Northwest. St. Catherine Northwest. There we go. So Luida's Vale, we have called Grant here from the PNP. Taking this one, Yuatan. This looks like the PNP here, Donald Tinling. And Treadways, this looks like Sydney Rose from the PNP taking this one. Linstead Herbert, and this is from the PNP taking this one. So this looks like a clear PNP sweep there. Carmita. All right. And Carol, welcome. Okay, so, Carol, we talked about nationwide earlier in terms of what happened, and, we shared that, and also that recording too, when they were live and talking about, the EOJ not providing, enough in terms of the data and access to information. And we also share a clip from Cliff Hughes, apologizing to the Jamaican, people. All right. And Virgil wants to know about South St. Elizabeth. All right. You're welcome, Paramito. And Kamisha, in terms of winning right now, I'll say, because I'm going to be cautious because we're still awaiting the EOJ in terms of, some official results. The Jamaica Labour Party, they're leading with about 8 municipalities compared to the PNP 4. So we'll just await that. All right. And Southeast, no, this is South St. Elizabeth. So let's see what is there in terms of South St. Elizabeth. Guys, I hope you gave me the subscription, hit the subscription button, please, so that, we can continue to grow together. And soon we'll be wrapping this one up. We have been here for perhaps over 3 hours now. So a bit tired and hungry. All right, so let me go to St. Elizabeth. And we're looking for South St. Elizabeth again. This may not necessarily be the latest in terms of what we have, but we'll see. So where do you want? Southeast or Southwestern, or you just want to know about, the entire South St. Elizabeth? Well, all right, let's go to the entire South St. Elizabeth, East and Western, and see, what we have there. So in terms of Southeast St. Elizabeth, Malvern, this looks like the Jamaica Labour Party taking that one. And Myersville, this looks like the PNP taking this one. Southfield, this looks like the Jamaica Labour Party taking that one. And Junction, this looks like the Jamaica Labour Party taking that one. All right, over in St. Elizabeth, so Southwestern, Brampton, this looks like the People's National Party, so O'Neill Buchanan taking that one. Black River, this looks like, Dwight Salmon of the People's National Party taking this one. Mountainside, this looks like the Jamaica Labour Party, so Derek Sangster taking this one. Pedro Plains, Carl White from the JLP seem to be taking that one. That one looks a little close there too, but that's what I have there for you. All right, Justice, welcome. Any word on Michael Archer Riddle's division in St. Catherine? All right, so let me just go here. Riddle's division in St. Catherine. Let us see if we can find that one and just see what is there. Guys, hit the like button and the subscription button. All right. That would be awesome. I asked, for a few subscriptions earlier. So as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going to check. Where is Red Hills Division? Which constituency? That would be good, but I'll just search to see. I'm just looking here. Is it Red Hills? I know Guys Hill, but let's see. Red Hills. Okay, Michael Archer seemed to have gotten that one for the Jamaica Labour Party there. So Red Hills is in, West Central St. Catherine. And Mark is saying, yes, I did. I love it. So informative and respectful. Thank you so much, Mark. And you're welcome, Virgil. All right, so let me see the like. All right, guys, with the likes, let us get the likes to 200. I think we can do that. We are close. We are at 166 based on what I have seen here. Let us get the likes to 200. And let me see what we are doing with the subscription. All right, so let us get, let me just do it in 10 now. So can I get 10 more subscribers, please? So just close the chat, hit the subscription button, like, and when you finish, ensure that you check your devices, the TV that you're watching from, subscribe to the Voices in Education. Voices in Education is a safe space here where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we are maintaining, our safe space. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and go back to the screen with the WhatsApp number. And I am hoping to get, some calls before we close off here, in the next, few minutes. So the WhatsApp number is now on screen. Would definitely love to hear from you. And can we hit that 200 target in terms of the likes? That would be good. And remember, we are now in another phase of 10 subscriptions. So can we get it? I believe we can do it. So let's keep doing that. Ensure that you turn on your post notification, because it's obvious that we're going to be here, again, perhaps tomorrow and as the updates come. So turn on your post notifications. So tap the bell and select also. Once I go live, once the channel goes live, you get that notification so you can join us. And Carol, as I say, Carol, I cannot speak to it. I'm just sharing, and we don't necessarily have the latest updates. So that is why I'm cautious in terms of every time I go to that page, just for you to get an understanding of what is happening. All right. So the best result is from the EOJ, right? They have the official results. So whatever they share should be credible. All right. Justice is saying, thank you so much. I have subscribed and liked the channel. Thank you so much, Justice. And we're doing good. So the like seems to be at 171. All right, so we need 29 more likes there to get it to 200. And we can definitely do that. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And remember to subscribe as well. So let me see where we're at in terms of the subscription. All right, guys, we can do better with the subscription. Okay, cool. I see you there, Carol. So as I say, we're in the business of sharing information as we get them. So as soon as the information is made available, we'll be back here to share with our community, and where you can share what you know with us as well. We're not just the only person telling you, oh, this is it. No, we share and learn from each other. All right. So that is definitely important. We don't always know, and we make mistakes. Everybody make mistakes, including, as we saw what happened, yesterday with Cliffview. So, but what I would say, mistakes are learning opportunities, should be learning opportunities. So if you make a mistake once and you learn a lesson from it, you should not repeat that mistake. All right, because you would have gotten some nuggets that you can take with you in terms of not making that mistake again. All right. So that is, definitely important there. So again, welcome if you're just tuning in. Welcome to the Voices in Education. If this is your first time here, welcome to this platform. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way, despite holding or having, different views. We understand that. But we want everyone to have a space here, a space where they feel valued, where you have a voice. So we share, we don't belittle people, we don't bash people, and we just love each other. And that's definitely important and meaningful to us here. So don't be afraid to run up the subscription button and to tell a friend, to tell another friend about the Voices in Education as well. All right, definitely, wanting to hear from you and wanting you to be a part of this space, and feeling a sense of belonging, feeling that you own the space and you're okay in terms of sharing. But we want to be respectful to each other as well. All right, so if we're just tuning in based on the updates that, we have, all right, the JLP, they are leading with about 8 municipalities compared to the PNP's 4. All right, so the JLP, they have so far, based on the information that we have, St. James, St. Anne, Portland, St. Thomas, Clarendon, St. Mary, St. Elizabeth, and Trelawney. The PNP, they have Anova, Westmoreland, Manchester, and St. Catherine. So with the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, there is a tie And so we're still awaiting the official counts or results. And if that tie still stands, then they will go to the popular vote. So right now, the People's National Party, they have the popular vote. So what I am assuming, and based on what the Prime Minister alluded to, if that is the case where they are losing out in that way, they're going to go for a magisterial recount, I suppose, in that context. All right. So just to give you a quick update there. And also just to add that we spoke about this earlier, that there was a call by Cliff Hughes at about 8:35 p.m. Jamaica time, declaring that PNP had won the election last evening. They withdrew that comment, so Nationwide did that. And today, Cliff Hughes, he apologized, and we went to that clip so that you were able to hear him, apologizing there. So just to make that clear to you as well. All right. Any further comments there? Would love to, hear from you. Or can we get another call or two before we wrap this one up this evening?
Hi,
And how are we doing
Natasha.
for the... Yes, Rurian, thanks for coming back. Talk to us. Did you win me?
Yeah, go again. I'm thinking that I might be leading. I'm not too sure. I don't want to call
Yeah,
this
your
one
lead,
too
your
early.
lead, your lead. You don't want to call it before it
I don't
ends.
want to call this one too early at all. I don't want to call this one too early.
Come
But
on, guys.
what?
Can I get 10 more? 10 more subscribers. Ruran is doing the right thing, not going out and declaring that he has won. Our little competition here going. So he's trying to get more likes than, me trying to get subscribers. And who has it easier, right? But, let's
Yeah,
see how it goes.
definitely
So
you.
10 more
Definitely you.
subscriptions. No.
Yeah, I just want to just tell the viewers how happy we are to have them here. And I was going through the chat and I saw persons indicating that yes, I've subscribed and I've liked it, and I love what this platform is doing. And it's because of people like you that this vision has come to life and is growing. So just know that you are a part of this family, or an integral part of this family, and you will continue to grow with us as we go forward. We really appreciate you. And Natasha Lee said it all before, but I guess I'm just going to underscore a few things. So if you like, you subscribe and you turn on your post notification, you will know that whenever the updates come, there will be something on this channel that will keep you abreast of what is happening. And based on how Natasha Lee has presented, you know that she's going to share information that she is, confident in, and coming from the right sources. So in other words, authentic information. So I think this is a good place, a safe place, and somewhere you can thrive, and also share your views and your knowledge of whatever topic that we are carrying forward in a particular live, or whatever posts that are made on this platform. So we totally appreciate you. So just continue sticking around, staying here, and inviting other persons here to be a part of this wonderful family that we have here. Our family is growing, and that's because of you. We really appreciate you. I asked, for some I asked for some likes, and to be honest with you, I said 100 likes, and I'm seeing 173 likes here, 174, a matter of fact, as it keeps going up. We totally appreciate that as we continue to cover interesting topics that you would be topics that you'll be really and truly interested in. But love the way you participate in the chat too. I was going through the chat and I'm reading the post that you guys have made, and it's really, really really informative for me. I'm learning so much from just hearing what you have to say. And that's the thing, when you share your knowledge, you're not only showing that you know something or your competence in a particular area, but you're helping others, and that's what we want here. Each one help one, and that's what we totally love and want over here. So, let us continue to keep it respectful. Let's continue to keep it safe so that we can continue to grow. Natasha Lee, how are you doing for the subscriptions over there?
You're far ahead of me. It's okay. So guys, I asked for 10. I think I got one. So can we get nine more? And that would be awesome. I'm looking in the chat and Mark is saying that mistake fooled me last night. So thank you very much for clarity. So I guess that's regarding cliff use there. And Shamola, welcome, JLP Northern. What's that about, Shamola? Andrew is saying once per three division South Manchester. But I'll need to go and check that one. And this is going to be perhaps the last time that I go to that page there. So I guess that's what you want to know, Shamola, JLP. I don't know, Northern. Not too sure, what that is about there. And welcome, Andrew, welcome. So guys, hit the like button, the subscription button, and give me the other nine subscribers, All right, you're at 174 likes, Rurian. So guys, I was asking for 200 for him, so can we get six more likes to take it to 180? So let me just go to this website here. And again, let me just caution you by saying that these updates are not recent, but it just give us an idea of, what has happened or some idea. And let me just make that clear. So what was the question here? It was about South Manchester. So let's go here to Manchester and see what happened, there. So while we're trying to get there, please ensure that, you hit the like button and the subscription button and turn on your post notification. And specifically Spur Tree. Spur Tree is in South Manchester? It's not showing for
Yes,
South
Curtis.
Manchester.
It's in Manchester, but I don't think it's South Manchester, to be honest.
I don't know if it is South, perhaps somewhere central.
Yes,
No,
it's
Western.
there right now.
Western. It's not
Yeah,
Western. So
yeah.
Spur Tree here, Ryan Peart for the PMP got this one. Well, seems
Oh,
to have gotten that one.
yeah. I think he is the nephew of the former Speaker of the House, Michael Peart and Dean
Okay,
Peart.
Michael
Yeah,
Peart, the
and Dean
brothers.
Peart.
They're
Both of
brothers,
them are, yeah, they're brothers. Yeah, and they're former member of parliament members for
for South
Manchester.
Manchester.
Not for South. I
South?
think Dean was up north, Manchester, if my memory serves me well. But for Michael, for
One
sure,
was in
he was
South.
in South Manchester.
Okay, yeah.
Michael was in South Manchester. Yeah, but Dean, I think, was either central or north.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
remembering clearly, but I know categorically for Michael,
South.
he was in South Manchester.
Okay. Awesome. All right, guys, you're still not giving me the nine subscribers. We just have about, 4 minutes or so before we wrap this one up. Let's see some final comments and let me just move from this page. We'll come back. We'll be back tomorrow for sure in terms of, just sharing some updates. So ensure that you tap that bell, you turn on your post notification so that you do not miss any updates. And if we can get the likes to 180, that would be good. We definitely, appreciate you being here, just sharing, keeping it respectful in the chat. So if you have, dropped a comment in the chat, thank you so much. If you hit the like button, thank you so much. If you hit the subscription button, thank you so much. And, if you turn on your post notification, thank you so much. And ensure that you share, tell your friend to tell another friend, your household, your constituency, your division, your council, big up Jamaica, At the end of the day, we're all
Yes.
Jamaicans, and that is what, is important. That definitely matters. I'm seeing Mark there saying, remember to also share to your friends, definitely. And Virgil is saying, I used to believe in cliff views. And, Virgil, people make mistake, and it's a learning opportunity. Show me someone in this life who has never made a mistake, a perfect being. And again, it's just that, given the nature of the event, then you don't want to make certain pronouncements without at least having a source, or a credible source providing that. So, we talked about that, and Ruran is saying, based, he would want to assume that he got the information from somewhere, just to make that call there. But, really appreciate you guys, for all the silent listeners, supporters. You didn't comment in the chat, but you're here, holding it down. We appreciate you too. Thank you very much. But do not leave the easiest
Natasha,
ways. Yes. Go ahead, Ruren.
oh, sorry to break you, your thought there, but we have to give special thanks to the persons who have been here with us before. Not only the persons who are coming on board today, but the family members, persons who have been there. Maybe you joined us yesterday, a week ago, or last year, but whenever you have joined us, we are really appreciative of you. And sometimes we don't mention the persons who are long time members or long time subscribers, but we do appreciate you. We appreciate that you have subscribed and all the likes and shares that you have given to us so far, and we look forward to you doing that in the future as well.
For sure. And on that note, want to big up our newest member, channel member, Carlton Lovelace, Soji Lovelace. So if you want to join the channel, you can definitely do that. And you can see, the different memberships. So, and we definitely try to keep it where persons are able to, join if you want. So we have conversational voices, mellow voices, and confident voices. So you can definitely join if you want. And, but again, the easiest ways to support us is by hitting that like button and, also sharing with, friends and family members. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the voices in education. So, Ruran, circling you for, final comments.
Yes, Natasha Lee, a good discussion, I would say, good to hear from everyone, good to see the support, loving the support, a matter of fact. And, it's good that we can have a political discussion in such a mature and, meaningful way. And I am really excited to be back on this platform in the future because of what has happened today. So thank you everyone for, lending us your eyes and ears. And thank you for all the contributions that you've made. And looking to hear from you next time.
For sure. Thank you so much, Ruran. Thank you so much, for being here and, supporting this live as well, and for sharing and for backing me up. And to everyone there in the chat, thank you so much, for coming over and for sharing and for keeping it safe. where, you feel a sense of belonging in the space where you can definitely come back and share time tomorrow. So just ensure that you turn your post notification on, because I suspect that we're going to get some updates, tomorrow as well. So we'll be here, sharing and, talking with each other again. So, I always like to end with a life lesson that we can take from whatever conversation that we're having. And, one that I'll say that mistake it is, and it is okay if, you make a mistake. What is important is that you have learned, from that mistake. That is definitely important, because, and that is why we don't, try to bash people here. So even if we're going to talk about something, we try to do it in a respectful way, because, we're human, we're prone to error, we're not perfect beings, and we're like a work in progress. But while we might make mistakes, be kind to yourself, give yourself time and space and patient, be patient with yourself in terms of that growth process. All right, and in everything that you do, remember God. God is able, and you can do all things through Christ, who strengthens you. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for, being a part of this live this evening. We, really appreciate you being here, and we appreciate your presence. Blessings and love, everyone. And do not leave without hitting that like button and that subscription button. So we'll just sign out with some music. And, thanks again, everyone. See you in the next live. Bye for now.